right, I'll test right now.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we apologize for that slight technical difficulties we're dealing with here. We're getting ready for a beautiful day of baseball. East Grand Forks taking on Dilworth-Glyndon-Felton, two of the top teams in the state of Minnesota high school baseball. Windy afternoon, wind blowing out to left field. Is it? All right, Ryan, what do you?
Check.
Okay.
Check.
Okay, sounds good. I didn't hear what you had to say. Was the audio sounding decent? Okay. Okay, sounds good. I'll turn that down. Thank you. All right, it appears we are going to have a broadcast available for you today. We're going to just bring you through our pregame show as we move along this baseball game. We have already had both teams complete infield, outfield. This pregame show brought to you by True North Equipment, Signature Graphics, and Apparel. And we're going to start off with our starting lineups. Starting off with the visitors, Dilworth-Glyndon-Felton. Leading off will be Alex Anderson. In the 2-hole, Dylan Anderson. Batting 3, Kaysen Berge. In the cleanup spot is Wes Hoover. In the 5-hole will be Tanner Cadwell. In the 6th spot, Jace Bumgartner. Batting 7 will be Brad Serreris. Batting 8 will be Xander Deutsch. And batting 9th will be Camden Schreiber. That is our starting lineups for Dilworth-Glyndon-Felton. Brought to you by Franzen Bank and Trust. Real people, real results. Member FDIC. Now our starting lineups for your East Grand Forks Green Wave. Leading off will be Jordan Watzke playing in left field. Batting 2, Noah Freeze playing shortstop. In the 3-hole and on the mound is going to be Riley Hams. Batting cleanup and playing third base is Jace Van Epps. Batting 5 playing first base will be Cole Schmiederberg. Doing the catching and batting 6 is Brody Anderson. Playing center field, batting 7th, Hunter Varnson. Playing right field, batting 8th is Carson McDonald. And playing second base, batting 9th is Mason Freeze. This is a very highly touted matchup between these two teams, East Grand Forks and Dilworth-Glyndon-Felton. EGF comes into this matchup with a record of 9-1. They are outscoring their opponents. This is a staggering margin, 84-13. Dilworth-Glyndon-Felton, they're 11-1. They're on a 10-game winning streak. They're outscoring their opponents 115-33. Both these teams were in action yesterday. This is the 5th game of the week for DGF. Had a conversation with their head coach, Bill Eibach, and he mentioned that they might not have the top of the rotation available today because of the frequency of games that they have had this week. But they are on a 10-game winning streak yesterday, building more confidence, sweeping Hawley by scores of 18-3 and 12-1. East Grand Forks yesterday beat Badger Greenbush Middle River by a final score of 14-2. We're getting ready for this broadcast, and it is brought to you on the Rivards Turf and Forage Grand Trailer Sales KNOX Live Sports Network. We're going to take our first break. When we come back, we will have first pitch available for you. East Grand Forks baseball on KNOX.
When you're in pain, you need more than just a doctor. You need a problem solver. Count on All True Orthopedics and Sports Medicine and get back to what moves you.
Whether it's a golf course, your lawn, a pasture on your farm, cover crop, or even a food plot to help you get that big buck, Rivards Turf and Forage of Grand Forks has developed, mixed, and packaged the premium specialized seed you need for almost every application. Plus, they also carry a full line of ice melter products for your home or business. To check out all their products, go to rivards.com.
Grand Trailer Sales in East Grand Forks is your go-to spot for enclosed utility, flatbed, and dump trailers in the Red River Valley. They have the biggest selection on hand of trailers with great pricing. If you're looking for parts, service, or simply to buy, trade, or rent a trailer, stop into East Grand Forks. GrandTrailersales.com.
Spray Advantage of Grand Forks carries everything you need for the chemical and fertilizer application on your farm. They have pumps, tips, and tanks from 3 gallons all the way up to 10,000 gallons on hand. They can help with parts and accessories for the fertilizer and tillage equipment on your farm too. Go to sprayadvantage.com.
Picture yourself at Lake Region State College. With faculty and staff here to help you succeed, we know you by name. Picture your success as you get hands-on ready for the workforce or transfer on to earn your bachelor's degree. Lake Region State College. We change lives.
Apex Apparel is your quick turnaround apparel and promotional item shop in Grand Forks. If you're looking for direct-to-garment printing, embroidery work, or a huge selection of promotional items, come to Apex Apparel, your locally owned, family-run, quick turnaround apparel shop in Grand Forks.
Your family deserves clean, filtered water. High Plains Water offers Millennium Drink Water System, which delivers great-tasting water and also eliminates harmful impurities. Professionally installed and maintained by High Plains Water of Grand Forks. See them at highplainswater.com.
Rust, salt, and time are the biggest enemies for a fuel tank. Never fear, because Grand Forks Welding is here to take care of your enemies for you. We not only fix or patch your tanks, but we can custom fabricate any kind of replacement fuel tanks or service unit. Go to grandforkswelding.com.
If you've got an electrical emergency, call RBB Electric. We are your 24/7 electrician. Your call will always be answered by an RBB employee ready to help 24/7. RBB Electric is on time every time. Your time is valuable, and we don't waste it. RBB Electric always...
It's hard to explain what this feels like. We could try to put it into words, but nothing compares to experiencing it for yourself. You just have to get in the seat.
Visit True North Equipment at any of our 10 locations or at www.truenorthequipment.com. Big Jim's Tire is the area's #1 farm and ag tire supplier, and with harvest here, you want the best. Best tires, best service, and Big Jim's will get it done fast to get you moving again. Big Jim's Tire, Grand Forks.
Just had a playing of the national anthem there. And we're getting ready for baseball here today at Stouss Park. Two of the top teams in Minnesota high school baseball. East Grand Forks taking on Dilworth-Glyndon-Felton, the visiting team. Real quick, let's take a look at our keys to the game. Our keys to the game are brought to you by Jarrell Sports. See what's new for the season. Stop in today. Dilworth-Glyndon-Felton wants to continue to play with confidence, like we mentioned earlier on during the pregame show. They're on a 10-game winning streak, and they are outscoring their opponents by a wide margin, as is East Grand Forks. So DGF is going to want to continue to play with that level of confidence. Swing the bats aggressively. They're putting up a whopping 9.6 runs per game, and they're going up against a pitcher, Riley Hams, who throws strikes. He's seen his strikeout rate increase as his career has moved along with the green wave, but they're going to want to put balls in play and swing confidently. As for our keys to the game for East Grand Forks, the green wave, they're going to want to hit spots pitching. They're allowing 2.2 runs per game. When we take a look at the scoring margin for both of these teams, East Grand Forks has given up only 13 runs on the season. Dilworth-Glyndon-Felton has given up 33, so really confident is head coach Dustin Freeze of the Green Wave with his pitching staff. And he has his ace on the mound this afternoon in Riley Hams, and they're going to need to limit free passes, so throwing strikes is going to be paramount for Hams, and then also playing clean defensively as well. Having a conversation with Coach Freeze before we started this broadcast, he mentioned oftentimes when you face up against an opponent where there's a limited margin of error, most of the time the difference is who has more errors in the ball game. So East Grand Forks, that is certainly a key not only for our broadcast but in the clubhouse as well for the Green Wave. They're going to want to play confidently in the field, and they know that their pitcher Riley Hams is going to be throwing strikes, so that's going to keep them on their toes. Speaking of the defensive setup for the Green Wave, let's go around the diamond here, bring you around the horn. Starting pitching is Riley Hams. His battery mate catching for the Green Wave is going to be Brody Anderson. At first base is Cole Schmiederberg. Second base and shortstop are the brothers Noah Freeze at short, Mason Freeze at second base. Playing the hot corner at third is going to be Jace Van Epps. Out in the outfield, left field is Jordan Nowaski. Center field, Hunter Varnson. And right field is Carson McDonald. And coming to the plate now to start us off for this game between two of the top teams in Minnesota high school baseball is going to be Alex Anderson. He's playing center field for the Rebels here this afternoon. And the first pitch of the ball game is going to miss low for a ball. First pitch is right at 4:05 p.m. at Stouse Park here in East Grand Forks, Minnesota. The 1-0 pitch here from Hams is going to miss at the same spot. That's low, below the knees. That's going to bring the count to 2 balls, no strikes. It is a nice 72 degrees. The wind is blowing to the outfield, though, so that might impact our play here this afternoon as some routine pop flies might turn into some home runs that get close to the warning track. And a called strike on the inside corner brings the count to 2-1 against Alex Anderson, and he's going to dribble one to Nowaski at third base. He handles it. He has to hurry. His throw over to first base is not in time. Beating out the throw is Alex Anderson, so that's going to be an infield single, and he is going to reach base as the leadoff runner for DGF. That's going to bring to the plate Dylan Anderson. He's playing first base for DGF this afternoon. Hitting after Alex Anderson. Reached on an infield single, really showcasing his speed. It was played cleanly by Jace Van Epps. His throw not in time to beat the speedy Alex Anderson. Now Dylan Anderson coming to the plate, batting from the left side. Hams now working from the stretch. An attempted bunt is going to be a miss by Dylan Anderson, so that's going to start off the count, no balls, 1 strike. And we'll continue to see here if Bill Eibach wants to continue to play small ball here, lay down a bunt, playing in on the grass, is Jace Van Epps over at third base. 0-1 delivery from Riley Hams. It's an off-speed changeup. It's going to be dribbled foul down the first base line. And that's going to put Dylan Anderson in an early no balls, 2 strikes hole against the ace for East Grand Forks, Riley Hams. Leadoff batter for the Rebels, Alex Anderson. An infield single, so there's nobody on, no outs. 1 on, runner at first base. The 0-2 is a dribbler down the third base line. This is going to stay fair. Brody Anderson's going to pick it up and throw it to first base to get the out. At first, advancing to second base is going to be Alex Anderson. A swinging bunt there after the bunt call was put on twice, but they get the same results there on an 0-2 count. So that's going to be a 2-3 putout. But advancing to second base will be Alex Anderson, bringing Kaysen Berge to the plate, the shortstop in the 3-hole with the runner in scoring position. Working from the stretches, Riley Hams. His first pitch to the 3-batter misses low and outside. That's called the ball. Runner in scoring position is Alex Anderson. He reached base on an infield single, advanced on a swinging bunt. Now a short ground ball that's going to find the 5-6 hole. That's going to be a base hit, and it gets past the left fielder, Jordan Nowaski. That's going to allow Alex Anderson to come around and score. And now looking for third base there is Berge, but he's going to stop at second. That's a single, and an error is going to bring Anderson around to score. So DGF gets off to an early 1-0 lead, and Berge is going to end up at second base after the error in the outfield. Still nobody out for DGF, and that's going to bring to the plate their cleanup batter, Wes Hoover. Wes Hoover will be catching for the Rebels this afternoon. Just 1 league game will be played. And first pitch to Hoover misses outside. That's called the ball. 1 ball, no strikes, 1 out, runner on second base. Hams in the stretch, checking on Berge at second base. The delivery, and that misses just outside the heater. That brings the count to 2 balls and no strikes to the cleanup batter for Dilworth-Glyndon-Felton. Batting from the right side of the plate is Wes Hoover. The 2-0 misses in the dirt. Nice job there by Brody Anderson to get in front of that one to prevent Berge at second base from advancing to third. Got to imagine that Hoover will be taking this one. He's up in the count, 3 balls, no strikes. 1 out, runner on second base. And 4 pitches, 4 balls. Wes Hoover, first base, was open. He is going to occupy the vacant base at first. So there's going to be runners on second and first with 1 out. That's going to bring to the plate Tanner Cadwell, the 5-batter for DGF. He's playing left field this afternoon. We have a courtesy runner coming in for Hoover, the catcher. Cadwell with 1 out, runners on second and first. The first pitch he sees in this at-bat misses just outside. Hams is going to try to find the strike zone here. That's his 5th consecutive ball that he has delivered from the mound. With 1 out here in the top of inning number 1. The 1-0 is popped up on the infield. Hams is going to take care of this one himself. It was an infield fly rule no matter what. So that is going to be a big out number 2. That is an F1 for out number 2, and that's going to bring to the plate the designated hitter for the Rebels. That's Jace Baumgartner. EGF is going to try to limit the damage here in inning number 1. Alex Anderson coming around to score after his leadoff single. Driving in that run was Kaysen Berge. The first pitch that Baumgartner sees is a ball. Count is 1-0. 2 outs, runners on second and first base in the top of inning number 1. A matchup between two teams that only have 1 loss on the season. The 1-0 pitch is fouled directly back to the backstop. That will even the count. 1 ball, 1 strike. Hams gets set, and he delivers the 1-1 pitch. A check swing. It's called the strike anyway. On the outside corner, the fastball clips the strike zone. Now Hams will work ahead in this count to the designated hitter, Jace Baumgartner. The count is 1 ball, 2 strikes with 2 gone in the top of inning number 1. Off-speed pitch misses just outside. The slider delivered there from Hams. Trying to get Baumgartner to bite on that one. Nice discipline there. That will even the count. 2 balls, 2 strikes. The 2-2 delivery is swung through, so East Grand Forks is able to limit the damage in the top of inning number 1. DGF does drive home a run going into the home half of the first. This is East Grand Forks baseball on KNOX.
Add a pop of color and excitement to your next celebration with Balloons by Misty. Their one-of-a-kind balloon design skills and creativity will make your event unforgettable. It's always a party at Balloons by Misty. Visit balloonsbymisty.com today.
Residents of the Midwest are known for being self-starters and getting the job done. But when it comes to electrical work, it's best to call a professional. Hi, this is Steve from Bergstrom Electric. It's true that there's a certain glory to accomplishing a task on your own, but it's our experience that not only will save you time, but also the headaches that go along with home improvement projects. A simple phone call to Bergstrom Electric can make all the difference. At Bergstrom Electric, the light does shine brighter.
It takes attention to detail. With your local Bryant dealer, you're getting someone who pays attention to the little things that make a big difference. And to keep your family cool this summer, it takes Bryant.
Connect with Thermal Air today, your Bryant certified dealer.
Welcome back to the Rivards Turf and Forage Grand Trailer Sales KNOX Live Sports Network. We're in the home half of inning number 1 between this Minnesota high school baseball matchup between the Green Wave and DGF. And East Grand Forks gave up 1 run in the top of the first, trying to even things up here in the bottom half. Let's go around the horn here, show you the defensive outlook for the Rebels. Starting pitcher today will be Xander Deutsch. His catcher is going to be Wes Hoover. Playing first base is Dylan Anderson. Second base, Camden Schreiber. Shortstop will be Kaysen Berge. Third base will be Jack Seidler. Left field is Tanner Cadwell. Playing center field is Alex Anderson. And out in right field will be Brad Serreris. That is your defensive outlook, brought to you by Friends and Bank and Trust. Real people, real results. Member FDIC. Dilworth-Glyndon-Felton able to get 1 run across home plate in the top of inning number 1. Coming around to score was the leadoff batter, Alex Anderson. He had a leadoff single, advanced to second base on a swinging bunt. And then a single that went through the 5-6 hole was misplayed out in left field. That allowed Anderson to come around to score on the error. But stranding 2 was the pitcher for the Green Wave. That is Riley Hams. And now due up for the Green Wave will be the top of their order. Leading off will be their left fielder, Jordan Nowaski. Talking with Coach Ibach before the game, the Rebels have played, this will be game number 5 this week for them. So don't be surprised if it's a bullpen game of sorts. Deutsch, the southpaw, starting off this one. And his first pitch to Nowaski is going to be a strike called on the outside corner. Kind of 3/4 arm slot here from Deutsch. Pitching from the left side. working from the windup, the 0-1 delivery. Swinging at this one is Nowatzki. He drives it out to right field, but that is hit directly at Brad Serreris. He maybe had to move about one step to his left to collect that one, so that's out number 1 on the F9. That's going to bring to the plate the shortstop for East Grand Forks, Noah Freeze. Noah Freeze, the son of the head coach of East Grand Forks, Dustin Freeze, playing shortstop. His middle infield partner, Mason Freeze, is also his brother. The first pitch of this at-bat is going to miss below the knees. So getting ahead early in this at-bat is Noah Freeze, the shortstop for East Grand Forks. The count is 1 ball, no strikes. Deutsch's delivery on the 1-0 pitch is going to miss low once again. So that's going to bring the count to 2 balls, no strikes. East Grand Forks trying to even the score on our All True Health System scoreboard. Dilworth-Glyndon-Felton able to get one across the plate in the top of inning number 1. The 2-0 delivery is called a strike on the outside corner. That brings the count to 2 balls, 1 strike. Still ahead in the count is Noah Freeze, the 2-batter for East Grand Forks. 1 gone in the home half of the first. The 2-1 pitch from Deutsch. An off speed, he didn't get quite on top of that one. It misses outside, so now it's a hitter's count to Freeze. 3 balls, 1 strike, with Riley Hams waiting on deck. The 3-1 is called a strike at the belt on the inside corner. So that's going to bring the count full. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Nice at-bat here from Noah Freeze. He has yet to take the bat off his shoulder this plate appearance. Here comes the payoff pitch from Xander Deutsch. And it's going to be driven right back up the middle. That's going to be a base hit. East Grand Forks is going to get a runner on. Their first base hit of the game is going to be a single. Noah Freeze is going to stand on first base. Coming to the plate now, trying to help his own cause, is the pitcher, Riley Hams. Hams with some nice length to him, batting from the right side of the plate. Calling for momentary time, getting the signs from Dustin Freeze, as is the base runner on first, Noah Freeze. 1 down on the home half of inning number 1. Now working from the stretch is Xander Deutsch. His first delivery to Riley Hams is going to miss low. It's called the ball. 1 ball, no strikes. The batter and the base runner continue to receive signs from their head coach and third base coach, Dustin Freeze. Deutsch gets set, working from the stretch. His 1-0 pitch is called a strike at the knees. That's going to even the count. 1 ball, 1 strike. It's always a little bit more difficult to run the bases, especially if you're a base stealer with a lefty on the mound. Is able to hold the runners on the bag a little bit better, but going here is Noah Freeze. Pitch misses outside. The throw is late, so Noah Freeze is going to get a stolen base. He's going to advance to second. It was an outside pitch. The perfect delivery for catcher Wes Hoover. Caught it on the outside. Popped up, delivered a strong throw, but Noah Freeze got a great jump, so now he's standing in scoring position. The 2-1 pitch upcoming to Riley Hams. With 1 gone in the home half of inning number 1. He's going to foul this one off to the backstop. That's going to even the count now. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Dustin Freeze, talking to him before this broadcast began, says he would like to see his team strike out less. He's really happy with his team's overall performance, but if he had one critique, he'd like to see his team put the ball in play more often. And here is Riley Hams. He's getting hit by that pitch. It was an off-speed coming from the lefty, Xander Deutsch. A breaking ball that comes in on Hams and hits him. So he's going to go to first base on the hit by pitch. The base was open. And that's going to bring to the plate for the Green Wave their cleanup batter, playing third base, Jace Van Epps. With runners on first and second, 1 gone here in the home half of inning number 1. East Grand Forks trailing Dilworth-Glyndon-Felton by a score of 1-0 on our All True Health System scoreboard. Deutsch now with 2 runners on, delivers the first pitch to Van Epps, and he drives this one to right center field. Moving back is Alex Anderson. He's not going to catch this one. It's going to bounce on the warning track. Coming around to score is Noah Freeze. Right behind him is Riley Hams, and that's a 2 RBI double from Jace Van Epps. Driving in 2 for the Green Wave. That's a big double to the right center field gap. We were able to capture that replay. Let's take another look at that one, brought to you by American Family Insurance, Tyler Nagel Agency. And Van Epps just stapled that one to the right center field gap over the head of the center fielder, Alex Anderson. And that drives home both runs. So that's a 2 RBI double. And that's going to bring to the plate Cole Schmiederberg playing first base for East Grand Forks, with Riley Ham standing on, or Jace Van Epps standing on second base. And the first pitch delivered to Schmiederberg is called to strike. No balls, 1 strike, 1 out. Jace Van Epps, after his RBI double, now standing on second base. Let me update our All True Health System scoreboard. It now reads Green Wave 2, Rebels 1. 0-1 delivery. Just misses the outside corner. That will even the count now to Cole Schmiederberg. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. In the bottom of the first, East Grand Forks able to gain the lead by a score of 2-1. A couple of base hits and a hit by pitch. The 1-1 misses just high above the letters. That's going to bring the count now to 2 balls and 1 strike to Cole Schmiederberg. The 2-1 delivery is going to miss in the dirt. Keeping that one in front of him is Wes Hoover, preventing Van Epps from advancing from second to third base. Nice defensive play by the backstop there for DGF. That brings the count to 3 balls, 1 strike. Hitter's count now for Schmiederberg. The 3-1, that misses high as well. Open first base, so Schmiederberg advances and will occupy first. So now there's runners on first and second. Coming to the plate will be Brody Anderson, the catcher for East Grand Forks. And the last time we covered the Green Wave is when they were taking on Thief River Falls. It was a doubleheader, getting a home run in both of those games was Brody Anderson. Let's see if he's able to replicate that success. The wind is blowing out to left field. First pitch of this at-bat misses low. Standing on second is Jace Van Epps. He had a 2 RBI double. And the following batter was Cole Schmiederberg with a vacant first base. He advanced on the walk with 1 out still. This one's grounded to third base, takes a wicked hop, bounces over Jack Seidler. Coming around to score now is Jace Van Epps. The throw is going to be late. It is going to be cut off by the third baseman. Coming in to score is Van Epps, so that's going to be an RBI single for Brody Anderson. Staying at second base is Cole Schmiederberg. The throw comes in, and it was cut off by the third baseman, Seidler. So that's going to bring the score now to 3-1. All these scoring plays are brought to you by Bergstrom Electric. The light indeed does shine brighter over at Bergstrom Electric. That brings to the plate Hunter Vartson, the center fielder for East Grand Forks, with runners on first and second, 1 out. And he swings at the first pitch he sees. He swings through it, and that makes the count no balls, 1 strike. Couple of RBI base hits here in the home half of inning number 1, and that brings the score to what it is. East Grand Forks leading by a score of 3-1, still in inning number 1. Off-speed pitch comes into the strike zone there, and that will even the count, I believe. 1 ball, 1 strike. For Hunter Vartson, batting from the right side of the plate, no batting gloves. And he dribbles this one over to the first baseman. Dylan Anderson's going to corral it. He's going to try pitch it to the, underhand it to the pitcher, and it is on time. It was a close play, bang play at first base. But that is going to be a 3-1 putout. It will advance the runner. Schmiederberg advances to third. Brody Anderson advances to second base. Varnson on the ground out to the first baseman. Nice job running down the line, but he is going to be the second out of the inning. That brings up the 8 batter for East Grand Forks. That's Carson McDonald. With a couple of runners in scoring position, an opportunity to break this game wide open here in inning number 1. Big at-bat for Carson McDonald. The first pitch he sees is a ball that misses outside. 1 ball, no strikes. Runners on second and third, 2 outs in inning number 1. The 1-0 delivery gets fouled off out of play. That's going to even the count, 1 ball, 1 strike. To Carson McDonald, playing right field this afternoon for East Grand Forks. Wouldn't be surprised if we see him come in relief at some point for Riley Hams. Xander Deutsch trying to limit the bleeding here in inning number 1 for DGF. His 1-1 delivery is swung on and missed by McDonald. The high fastball wasn't able to hold off, so that's going to bring the count to 1 ball, 2 strikes. The 1-2 delivery misses just outside. Good eye there by McDonald to hold off. That will even the count. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Runners on second and third. Xander Deutsch receiving the sign from his catcher, Wes Hoover. He comes set in the stretch. And his 2-2 delivery is fouled off. Nice job to battle there by Carson McDonald. That goes out of play. And now we're going to have a catcher's visit from Wes Hoover, potentially talking strategy, giving him a brief pump-up speech. And he goes back to his position behind the plate, and we're ready for the second 2-2 delivery from Xander Deutsch, the starting pitcher for Dilworth-Glyndon-Felton. The delivery is an off-speed pitch that's dribbled to the second baseman. That's going to be a tough play for Schreiber. He comes up throwing. Nice, solid defensive play there for Dilworth-Glyndon-Felton. They hold East Grand Forks to 3 runs in the home half of inning number 1. The score is 3-1, East Grand Forks. We'll be right back.
Since 1972, Jarrell's Sports Center and Hockey World has provided year-round sporting goods, apparel, and of course, hockey equipment and training tools. You'll also find they have a state-of-the-art skate sharpening machine to give you the edge you need for anything sports. Stop into Jarrell's and Hockey World. When you need the right part for your pickup, head to Northwood or call Mike's Custom Truck. Amanda will drop ship any part you need. Turbos, upgraded fuel pumps, Edge products, and more. Mike's Custom Truck, 587-6335. Your local Circle K and Holiday Station stores are proud to support high school activities. Stop by the new Circle K location at 1316 South Washington Street for not only gas, but a wide array of hot and cold food, snacks for everyone, and a car wash. Open 24/7, 7 days a week.
Welcome back to the KNOX Live Sports Network, brought to you by Rivard's Turf and Forage and Grand Trailer Sales. We're now in inning number 2. After a first inning that was filled for offense from both teams, DGF able to push 1 run across home plate in the top of inning number 1. East Grand Forks responds by putting up 3 in the home half of inning number 1. Now we move along to the second. Due up for the Rebels are going to be the 7, 8, 9 batters going up against Riley Hams, the ace for East Grand Forks. This game, once again, is brought to you by Rivard's Turf and Forage and Grand Trailer Sales. We had a little bit of technical difficulties starting off this broadcast, but we did not miss a single pitch. Running through a condensed version of the pregame show. We're going to make sure to go through all of the elements as we move along through this broadcast. We already talked about the keys to the game. One of those keys was no free passes. That came around to hurt East Grand Forks in inning number 1. An error in the outfield allowed a runner to come around to score. That was Alex Anderson. But now due up, this is Brad Serreris playing right field for the Rebels. First pitch he sees, he's going to dribble this one back to the mound. It's played by Hams. He has to hurry up, throws it over to first base. Does so on time. So that's going to be a 1-3 putout, 1 pitch, 1 out in the top of inning number 2. And that's going to bring to the plate the 8 batter. I believe this is Xander Deutsch. Or this could be Serreris. Either way, first pitch is going to be called a strike. The 0-1 delivery is fouled off back to the backstop. So working ahead in this count now is Riley Hams. So this is Serreris. That was Jace Baumgartner. The 0-2 misses just high. The count is 1-2 to the 2-batter in inning number 2, Brad Serreris, and he's going to strike out swinging, unable to hold back on that one. So that's going to be a strikeout for strikeout number 2.
Not bad for the Rebels. Second baseman number 4, Camden Schreiber.
So that was Xander Deutsch. Now coming to the plate is Camden Schreiber. First pitch he sees is a soft dribbler to the first baseman. This is going to be a tough play. Played by Schmiederberg, and he underhands it over to Riley Ham. So that's quick work for the pitcher for East Grand Forks. 1-2-3 inning. We're going to the bottom half of inning number 2. East Grand Forks 3, DGF 1. This is Green Wave Baseball on KNOX Live Sports.
Pro Ag in Grand Forks and Grafton carries the equipment and parts on hand to make your farming operation run smooth. They carry all major brands like Honeybee, Alloway, Amity, Artex, Hardy, Capello, Monosem, Pickett, Wilrich, and Black Ace. So whether you're trading in, buying, or just need parts, go to ProAgEquip.com to see everything Pro Ag has to offer.
You've been waiting for a chance to do something that matters, something big, without a big price tag. Welcome to Northland Community and Technical College. Here you can have a big impact on a small campus, in classrooms that mirror today's workplace, with instructors who teach from experience and know you by name. You've been waiting for a place like this. Are you ready?
Welcome back to the KNOX Live Sports Network, brought to you by Rivard's Turf and Forage and Grand Trailer Sales. We're in the home half of inning number 2. East Grand Forks leading DGF by a score of 3-1 on our All-True Health System scoreboard. Let's take a look at our fuel for the game. These are going to be players that we want to keep an eye on as this game progresses this afternoon. The fuel for the game is brought to you by Circle K. They are open 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Players we want to keep an eye on for: Dylan Anderson playing center field today, Tanner Cadwell and Wes Hoover playing catcher for DGF. The players that we want to keep an eye on, the fuel for the game for East Grand Forks: Brody Anderson, he has an RBI single already. Riley Hams on the mound today for the Green Wave. And Cole Schmiedeberg, he's batting .375 with 15 RBIs. That leads to the team in runs batted in. And now we're getting ready for inning number 2, the home half of the second. Leading off this inning is going to be the 9-batter Mason Freeze, going up against Xander Deutsch. First pitch of this at-bat is going to be swung on and missed by Mason Freeze, swinging at a high fastball. Falls behind in the count, no balls, 1 strike. The 0-1 delivery from Xander Deutsch is an off-speed pitch that does not come back to the strike zone. It misses outside. Looked like a curveball from the lefty, Xander Deutsch. Nice job to hold off on that one is Mason Freeze. That will even the count, 1 ball, 1 strike. The 1-1 is fouled off to the backstop, goes over to the DGF dugout. That's going to make the count 1 ball, 2 strikes. EGF wants to keep these bats moving. Pushing 3 across home plate in the bottom of inning number 1. And this one's going to be dribbled. It's going to be played by the second baseman, Camden Schreiber. He has to hurry up, and he does so, throwing it over to the first baseman, Dylan Anderson. So that's going to be 1 batter faced, 1 out for Xander Deutsch. That's going to go into the book as a 4-3 put out for out number 1. And now we're going to go back to the top of the order where Jordan Nowatzki is going to come to the plate. He flew out on a hard-hit line drive to right field in his only at-bat so far, leading off inning number 1. Looking for a similar result, just trying to put it in an area where the outfielders are not, is Nowatzki. 1 gone, nobody out, nobody on base. The 0-0 delivery is fouled off to the backstop, so no balls, 1 strike. Lefty on lefty matchup here. Deutsch going up against Nowatzki. The 0-1 delivery. Nice curveball breaking away from the body of Jordan Nowatzki. He swings through that one. He quickly falls behind in this count. No balls, 2 strikes. Working quickly now is Xander Deutsch. And here comes the 0-2. It's another off-speed pitch hanging left over the plate, but this one is again lined right at an outfielder. This time it's going to go right to the center fielder, Alex Anderson. So 2 at-bats, 2 hard-hit balls for Jordan Nowatzki. However, on the stat sheet, he is 0 for 2 on the day. Has to be happy with the contact he's making. So nobody on base, 2 outs. East Grand Forks is going to try start a 2-out rally. Noah Freeze had a single. Came around to score after stealing second base in inning number 1 for the Green Wave. And the first pitch he sees is he's gonna look at a strike on the inside part of the plate. So he falls behind. No balls, 1 strike. The 0-1 delivery from Deutsch. Off-speed pitch. Swinging out of his shoes there was Noah Freeze. Trying to put it up into the air and allow the wind to carry it to the left field wall. Instead, he swings through it. Now he falls behind. No balls, 2 strikes. 2 outs, nobody on base. The 0-2 delivery. Off-speed pitch that comes back and finds the outside corner. That's going to be a strikeout looking. That's going to retire the side in order for Xander Deutsch. A 1-2-3 inning. That's 2 innings of play. And the score still remains. East Grand Forks 3, Dilworth-Glyndon-Felton 1. We're going to take a quick break here. Word from our sponsors. When we come back, we're going to bring you the 3rd inning of play. East Grand Forks baseball on KNOX Live Sports.
Need seed, think Proseed. Proseed.net.
Grand Trailer Sales in East Grand Forks is your go-to spot for enclosed utility, flatbed, and dump trailers in the Red River Valley. They have the biggest selection on hand of trailers with great pricing. If you're looking for parts, service, or simply to buy, trade, or rent a trailer, stop into East Grand Forks. GrandTrailersales.com.
Welcome back to the KNOX Live Sports Network. Let's take a look at our drive for the title. Take a look at 2 teams towards the top of the standings in Section 8 Class AA. This drive for the title is brought to you by Toys for Trucks. Accessorize your car, truck, or SUV today at Toys for Trucks. In the 8AA North standings, East Grand Forks still undefeated in conference play. They have a 9-1 record overall. Their only defeat on the season came to De La Salle. DGF, they're right up on the top of the conference in 8AA South. They are 9-0 in conference play. Perham is undefeated. They've only played 4 games in conference play. They, however, are undefeated on the season. Now we're getting ready for inning number 3. Back to the top of the order for DGF. This is Alex Anderson. First pitch he sees, he's going to fly this one out to left field. It might carry in the wind. It's at the wall, and it is over the fence. That's a leadoff home run for Alex Anderson. And we're going to make sure to capture that replay, as that is a touch-em-all home run leadoff blast for Dilworth-Glyndon-Felton, and that's going to bring the score to 3-2 as the Rebels now find themselves only trailing by 1 run. Let's take a look at that replay brought to you by American Family Insurance, Tyler Nagel Agency. Swinging on the first pitch is Anderson. He's now 2 for 2 on the afternoon, coming around to score after getting a single in inning number 1. Now a leadoff blast to lead off inning number 3. So that brings our score on our All True Health System scoreboard to 3-2 in favor of East Grand Forks. Still nobody out in the top of the 3rd. That's going to bring to the plate Dylan Anderson. Anderson grounded out to the catcher. His last at-bat was a swinging bunt that advanced Anderson to second base, who eventually came around to score. So we figured the wind would play a factor. That appeared to be a routine pop fly off the bat, but it went over the fence. The wind is blowing out to left field today. Now at the plate is Dylan Anderson, and he now finds himself down 1 ball, 2 strikes after swinging through that off-speed 1-1 delivery from Riley Hams. Trying to recollect himself on the mound, working from the windup. His 1-2 pitch is going to miss high and outside. So that's going to even the count now. 2 balls and 2 strikes. East Grand Forks leading Dilworth-Glyndon-Felton by a score of 3-2 on our All True Health System scoreboard. The 2-2 is fouled off back to the backstop. Nice job there by Anderson to keep this at bat alive. Tough to follow up a leadoff home run. Anderson's going to try to put together a solid at-bat, and he looks at what I thought was strike 3 at the knees. It's called a ball. That's going to bring the count full. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Second life now for Dylan Anderson. He looked at a changeup at the knees. It was called a ball. Must have missed a hair low. So now the full count delivery upcoming to the first baseman for DGF. This is Dylan Anderson, who calls time. He is awarded so. So he's going to step out of the batter's box, recollect himself. And the 3-2 delivery upcoming from Riley Hams. And fighting it off once again is Anderson. He fouls it off weakly over to his own dugout down the third base line. Keeping this at bat alive once again. 2 strike foul balls. The full count. And he swings through that changeup. And that's going to be a strikeout for the first out of inning number 3. That's going to bring to the plate Kaysen Berge. Kaysen Berge had an RBI single his first at-bat in inning number 1, bringing home Alex Anderson. Now he comes to the plate with nobody on base and 1 retired in inning number 3. First pitch he sees is a slider that misses outside. Trying to get Berge to chase after that one. He holds back. The count 1 ball, no strikes. The 1-0 misses high. That brings the count to 2 balls, no strikes. To the shortstop for Dilworth-Glyndon-Felton, Kason Berge. And he flies this one to left center field. Running after it is Vartson. He runs back, and it's going to go off the wall. Running to second base now is Berge. He's going to stop there standing up, so that's going to be a 1-out double for Berge. The wind once again playing a factor as that one just carried over the center fielder, Hunter Vartson. He plays it nicely off the wall out in left center field. So that's going to bring to the plate Wes Hoover. With 1 out and a runner in scoring position at second base is Berge. Wes Hoover walked in his first plate appearance. He looks at ball number 1, the first pitch of this at-bat. Hoover was stranded at first in inning number 1 after earning a trip to first after a base on balls. The 1-0 delivery from Hams is in the dirt. Played nicely by Brody Anderson. Keeping Berge at second. That pushes the count now to 2 balls, no strikes. The 2-0 delivery. That one hits the outside corner. Good pitch there from Riley Hams. And he felt he should have had a strikeout against Kason Berge. It was a 2-2 count, and a ball at the knees was called the ball. Gave second life to Berge, and he took advantage. He was able to drive one out to left center field off the wall for a double. That 2-1 pitch from Hams delivered to Hoover is fouled off down the right field line and out of play, so that's going to even the count, 2 balls, 2 strikes. Through the heart of the order, the cleanup batter for DGF, Wes Hoover. The 2-2 pitch misses in the dirt. That's going to bring the count full once again. 3 balls, 2 strikes against 2 of the top teams in the state. East Grand Forks with a 9-1 record, DGF with a 10-1 record. Both teams outscoring their opponents up until this point by a wide margin. The full count delivery misses just outside, so that's the second walk in as many plate appearances for Wes Hoover. He occupies a vacant first base, and that brings to the plate Tanner Cadwell. Cadwell comes to the plate with 1 out and runners on first and second. DGF trailing by 1 on our All-True Hill System scoreboard. East Grand Forks 3, DGF 2. First pitch to Cadwell finds the outside corner. Solid pitch there from Hams. A fastball called to strike. Getting ahead early in this at-bat to Tanner Cadwell, who flew out to the pitcher. Hit one off the knuckles. Hams was able to take care of that one. And a pitch that misses outside is misplayed momentarily by Anderson and keeps it close enough to keep the runners where they are. Berge will stay at second. Hoover stays at first. Brings the count to 1 ball, 1 strikes with 1 out. Runners on first and second. The 1-1 delivery is fouled off, and that one goes off the face mask of Brody Anderson, the catcher for East Grand Forks. He appears to be shaken up ever so slightly. He throws the mask right back on, and we're getting ready to continue play. Anderson elects to take off the sunglasses. He's going to give those to the assistant coach for East Grand Forks. That's Victor Cicito. Checking on his catcher, making sure that his well-being is where it needs to be. A quick meeting of the infield. Actually, just Van Epp, Schmiederberg, and Hams having a quick conversation. The count is 1 ball, 2 strikes to Tanner Cadwell. This is a big part of this baseball game here in the top of inning number 3. DGF trailing by 1 with runners on first and second with 1 gone. In the guest half of inning number 3. The 1-2 delivery, an off-speed pitch that misses just outside. It's called to strike. A late ring up there from the home plate umpire. That's going to be a backwards K and a big out number 2. That's going to bring to the plate their designated hitter, Jace Baumgartner. He's struck out swinging in the first. That was a big strikeout there. A little bit of a delayed ring up from our home plate umpire. But nevertheless, it still goes into the scorebook as a forwards K for out number 2, backwards K. First pitch to Baumgartner is called the ball. The second pitch is put in play to the third baseman, and wisely running over to get the out at third is Jace Van Epp. So that's going to be a fielder's choice, 5 unassisted for out number 3. So that's going to end the threat from DGF in the top of the third. The score now, East Grand Forks 3, Dilworth-Glyndon-Felton 2. We're going to the home half of inning number 3. This is East Grand Forks baseball on KNOX Live Sports.
Franson Bank and Trust in Grand Forks is a community bank that caters to businesses, farms, and consumers. They provide customized financial solutions with personalized customer service. Let Franson Bank give you the banking relationship you deserve. Real people, real results.
From tears in your car, truck, boat, or farm equipment seats to making boat covers or complete restorations of the interior of your hot rod, Finest Auto Trim in Grand Forks can make the inside of your rides look brand new again. Big or small, at Finest Auto Trim, we can cover it all. To check out our services, go to finestautotrim.com or stop out on Demers Avenue in Grand Forks to get your quote today.
Whether it's a golf course, your lawn, a pasture on your farm, cover crop, or even a food plot to help you get that big buck, Rivard's Turf and Forage of Grand Forks has developed, mixed, and packaged the premium specialized seed you need for almost every application. Plus, they also carry a full line of ice melter products for your home or business. To check out all their products, go to rivards.com.
Add a pop of color and excitement to your next celebration with Balloons by Misty. Their one-of-a-kind balloon design skills and creativity will make your event unforgettable. It's always a party at Balloons by Misty. Visit balloonsbymisty.com today.
Welcome back to the Rivard's Turf and Forage Grand Trailer Sales KNOX Live Sports Network. DGF able to push one run across home plate. That was a leadoff home run hit by their center fielder, Alex Anderson. That brings us to the home half of the third. East Grand Forks still holding on to a 3-2 lead on our All True Health System scoreboard. Due up in inning number 3 for the Green Wave is the heart of their order. The 3-4-5 batters, starting off with the 3 batter, the pitcher, Riley Hams. Riley Hams was hit by a pitch his first plate appearance. First pitch he sees this at bat is a fastball that misses high, called a ball. 1 ball, no strikes to the pitcher for the Green Wave, Riley Hams. Xander Deutsch gave up 3 in inning number 1. His 1-0 delivery finds the outside corner, called a strike. That will even the count, 1 ball, 1 strike. Then retired the side in order in inning number 2. Deutsch looking for similar success here in the third. And he's able to snatch that one. A ball hit right back to the pitcher. Deutsch collects it with his glove and then tosses it over to the first baseman, Dylan Anderson. So 2 pitches and 1 out. That's going to retire Riley Hams. That's a 1-3 put out for out number 1. It's going to bring to the plate the third baseman, Jace Van Epps, who had a 2 RBI double his last at bat. That came in inning number 1, bringing home Noah Freeze and Riley Hams to score. So Van Epps with a solid double, his first at bat that drove home 2. The first pitch he sees this plate appearance is driven out to right field. It's a high pop fly up into the wind, but able to catch that one is Brad Serreris. So that's 1 pitch and another out there, and that's 2 gone quickly in the home half of inning number 3. That'll bring to the plate with 2 outs and nobody on, Cole Schmiederberg. Schmiederberg had a base by balls, his first plate appearance coming in inning number 1. He was stranded at third eventually.
For the Green Wave, first baseman number 16.
The Green Wave trying to put together a 2-out rally here with nobody on. Xander Deutsch cruising along quickly after giving up 3 in inning number 1. First pitch to Schmiederberg misses outside. 1 ball, no strikes to the big first baseman for East Grand Forks. The 1-0 delivery from Xander Deutsch is swung on, and it's going to go out of play. Foul ball down the first base line. Will even the count, 1 ball, 1 strike. The 1-1 is a curveball that goes into the dirt. Nice job to hold off that one is Schmiederberg, the 5 batter for East Grand Forks. 2 outs, nobody on. In the bottom of inning number 3, the count is 2-1. The 2-1 delivery from Xander Deutsch is swung on, grounded to the shortstop, played nicely by Kaysen Berge. His kind of lobs it over to first base, but it is in time. That's going to be a 6-3 putout, and that's going to be another 1-2-3 inning. Retiring the side in order is Xander Deutsch. We're headed to the 4th. East Grand Forks leading DGF 3-2. This is Green Wave Baseball on the KNOX Live Sports Network.
Picture yourself at Lake Region State College. With faculty and staff here to help you succeed, we know you by name. Picture your success as you get hands-on ready for the workforce or transfer on to earn your bachelor's degree. Lake Region State College. We change lives.
It's hard to explain what this feels like. We could try to put it into words, but nothing compares to experiencing it for yourself. You just have to get in the seat.
Visit True North Equipment at any of our 10 locations or at www.truenorthequipment.com.
Signature Graphics in East Grand Forks is your one-stop shop for all your branding and design needs. From embroidery, vinyl wrapping, laser print, and more, fully customized from start to finish, all in-house. Signature Graphics. We craft your vision. You watch it come to life.
Welcome back to the KNOX Live Sports Network. We're in inning number 4. Two of the top teams in Section 8, Class AA, East Grand Forks leading Dilworth-Glyndon-Felton by a score of 3-2. Let's take another look at our drive for the title. Other games in action today, Crookston traveling to Foston, Esco going to Roseau, War Road. Esco is going to be taking on Roseau and War Road. Proctor also taking on War Road and Roseau. Frazee taking on Perham. Wadena taking on Minnehaha. Then we have Bertha Hewitt taking on Ottertail Central. That is other games that are taking place in Section 8, Class AA. As we return to the action here in the top of inning number 4, due up is going to be the 7-8-9 batters. Starting off with Brad Serreris. First pitch he sees is a ball that misses outside. And the 1-0 is grounded to the shortstop, played by Mason Freeze. He tosses it over to first base, so that's 2 pitches, 1 out in inning number 4. That's going to be a 4-3 put out for out number 1. That'll bring to the plate the pitcher, Xander Deutsch.
At bat for the Rebels, right fielder number 7, Brad Shuris.
Deutsch struck out swinging in his first at-bat in inning number 2. And he's going to look at strike number 1 this at-bat. Getting ahead early is Riley Hams. He faced this same 7-8-9 batters in inning number 2. He was able to get through the side in order that frame. Another called strike on the outside corner, so working ahead quickly in this at-bat is Hams. The count is no balls, 2 strikes, 1 out, nobody on. The 0-2. Just a half swing that finds itself. It's a bloop single out to center field. Just kind of a check swing there from Deutsch, and it results in a base hit. So he's going to stand on first base. That'll bring to the plate the 9 batter, Camden Schreiber.
Now batting for the Rebels, second baseman number 4, Camden Schreiber.
So there's 1 out, runner on first base after the check swing single. A fast pitch, fastball that just misses the outside corner. That makes the count 1 ball, no strikes. Deutsch taking his lead at first base. The 1-0 put in a very similar spot. This time it's called the strike, 1 ball, 1 strike. To the second baseman, Camden Schreiber. He grounded out to the first baseman his first at-bat. Just a weak ground ball. Nice play by Schmiederberg to retire Schreiber. And the 1-1 delivery is fouled off and out of play behind us. That brings the count to 1 ball, 2 strikes. Riley Hams working up against Camden Schreiber. The 1-2 is a low fastball. Trying to get Schreiber to chase after it. He does, but he's able to fight that one off. That's going to extend the at-bat. Would have been a ball. Schreiber was swinging. He's able to fight it off. Foul. So our second 1-2 delivery upcoming from Riley Hams. Expect maybe some action here. Deutsch receiving signs from the third base coach, Bill Eibach. This is going to be a ground ball, and it gets past the diving shortstop, Noah Freeze. That's going to go into left field for a base hit. So back-to-back singles from the 8-9 batters. Put runners on first and second for Alex Anderson, who's swinging the bat remarkably well so far this game. He has a single and came around to score in inning number 1, then had a leadoff home run in inning number 3, is Alex Anderson. With 1 out and runners on first and second, Anderson just a double and a triple away from the cycle. Maybe a little too early to start talking cycle. But he looks at a ball in the dirt, the first pitch of this plate appearance. 1 ball, no strikes with runners on first and second. Nice job by the bottom of the order to bring us back to the top with runners on base. The 1-0 pitch is a fastball that hits the outside corner. It's called a strike. That evens us up. 1 ball, 1 strike. With 1 out, runners on first and second. Riley Hams working from the stretch. And the 1-1 delivery to Alex Anderson. He swings at it and it's fouled off. He barely got a piece of that one. It fouls back to the backstop. That one appeared to Nick Brody Anderson yet again. And that's not the first time that's happened this game. That comes with the territory, though, when you play catcher. You expect to get battered and bruised behind home plate. Nice job by the home plate umpire to take his time to return the backup ball to the pitcher, Riley Hams, and we continue to play. 1 ball, 2 strikes to the leadoff batter, Alex Anderson. He looks at a slider. Good job to hold off on that one is Anderson. That'll even the count now. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Runners on first and second, 1 gone in the top of inning number 4. And a pitch is in the dirt. That'll bring the count full. 3 balls, 2 strikes. And that's going to be a strikeout looking. Just a fastball on the outside corner. Anderson is retired. That's a big out number 2. Anderson, who's swinging the bat remarkably well so far this game, is now 2 for 3, and that's going to bring to the plate Dylan Anderson, who's 0 for 2 so far. He grounded out to the catcher, a swinging bunt in the first, and then struck out swinging in inning number 3. Now with an opportunity to tie the game up here in the 4th, he swings at an off-speed pitch, the first pitch of this at-bat. Makes the count, no balls, 1 strike. To Dylan Anderson. Standing on second is Xander Deutsch, and on first base is Camden Schreiber. The 0-1 misses. Evens the count, 1 ball, 1 strike. To Dylan Anderson, the first baseman for Dilworth-Glyndon-Felton, batting from the left-hand side. The 1-1 delivery is a fastball that clips the outside corner, called to strike. Now Riley Hams is in a pitcher's count. 1 ball, 2 strikes to the 2-batter for the Rebels. Trying to get out of a jam after the 8-9 batters had back-to-back base hits. And the 1-2 is an off-speed pitch, and that's going to strike out Dylan Anderson swinging. So getting out of a jam, there is Riley Hams. That will end the top of inning number 4. We're going to the bottom of the 4th. East Grand Forks leading DGF 3-2. This is Green Wave Baseball on KNOX Live Sports.
Your family deserves clean, filtered water. High Plains Water offers Millennium Drink Water System, which delivers great-tasting water and also eliminates harmful impurities. Professionally installed and maintained by High Plains Water of Grand Forks. See them at highplainswater.com.
When you're in pain, you need more than just a doctor. You need a problem solver. Count on All True Orthopedics and Sports Medicine and get back to what moves you.
Big Jim's Tire is the area's #1 farm and ag tire supplier, and with harvest here, you want the best. Best tires, best service, and Big Jim's will get it done fast to get you moving again. Big Jim's Tire, Grand Forks.
And welcome back to the Rivards Turf and Forage Grand Trailer Sales KNOX Live Sports Network. We're headed to the home half of inning number 4. The Green Wave leading the Rebels by a score of 3-2. Due up this inning for the Green Wave are going to be the 6, 7, 8 batters, Brody Anderson, Hunter Varnson, and Carson McDonald, trying to pad their 3-2 lead over DGF. Nice job there by Riley Hams to get out of a jam in the guest half of inning number 4. After back-to-back base hits from the 8-9 batters led to consecutive strikeouts to the 1-2 batters. Nice job by Hams to preserve the 3-2 lead. Now East Grand Forks is going to try to add some additional padding. Coming to the plate now is Brody Anderson. He had an RBI single, his first at-bat, way back in inning number 1. That drove home Jace Van Epps after he had a 2 RBI double. All 3 runs for East Grand Forks coming in inning number 1. And since then, they have had 6 consecutive batters retired by the pitcher, Xander Deutsch. So 6 straight retired batters by Deutsch going up against Brody Anderson. He's first pitch swinging. He drives this one to left field. Let's see if it's carried by the wind. It is not going to be. It's caught at the warning track by the left fielder, Tanner Cadwell. That is allowed out number 1. That's going to be an F7 for out number 1, and it will bring to the plate the 7-batter, Hunter Varnson. Varnson grounded out to the first baseman, his first at-bat way back in inning number 1.
Outside for the Green Wave, center fielder number 11, Hunter Varnson.
That's now 7 straight retired batters by Xander Deutsch. Working against Varnson, his first pitch. Clips the outside corner. It's called a strike. No balls, 1 strike. Deutsch finds himself in a groove after giving up 3 in inning number 1. The 0-1 delivery to Varnson. And he line drive to the shortstop, and it's misplayed by Berge. That's going to be tough to determine what we're going to put that in our scorebook. You got to give that an E6. That's going to be an error. Varnson advances to first, and that'll bring to the plate Carson McDonald, the 8-batter for East Grand Forks, playing right field. He grounded out to the second baseman, his first plate appearance back in inning number 1. So after 7 consecutive batters retired, Xander Deutsch has a ball put in play by Hunter Varnson. It's misplayed by the shortstop. That's going to go into the book as an E6. First pitch of this at-bat to Carson McDonald is a fastball that misses the outside corner. It is called the ball. 1 ball, no strikes to McDonald. 1 out, runner on first base. That is Varnson after getting on first base after the error from the shortstop. The 1-0 delivery misses high and outside. That brings the count to 2 balls, no strikes to Carson McDonald. Consistent viewers of KNOX Live Sports will recognize Carson McDonald, one of the star basketball players for the Green Wave. Going is Varnson, and he slides in just before the tag. Strong throw there from Wes Hoover, but Varnson is going to be called safe. So he's going to be credited with a stolen base as he wipes off his pants. The ball comes back to the pitcher. It was called a ball to McDonald. That brings the count to 3 balls, no strikes. Now with the runner on second base after the stolen base, that's Hunter Varnson. The 3-0 delivery from Deutsch upcoming to Carson McDonald, and it misses outside, so McDonald is going to advance to a vacant first base. And that brings to the plate Mason Freeze. With runners on first and second with 1 gone in the home half of inning number 4, Mason Freeze grounded out to the second baseman, his only at-bat so far. That came in inning number 2.
Second baseman number 7, Mason Freeze.
Mason Freeze with a couple of runners on base. The 9-batter trying to turn things back. First pitch swing. It's a line out to the shortstop, and he flips it over to second base. That's going to be a double play. That is going to be a 6-4 double play for outs 2 and 3. So that is going to end inning number 4. We are headed to the 5th. East Grand Forks leading DGF 3-2 on our All True Health System scoreboard. This is Green Wave Baseball on the KNOX Live Sports Network.
Apex Apparel is your quick turnaround apparel and promotional item shop in Grand Forks. If you're looking for direct-to-garment printing, embroidery work, or a huge selection of promotional items, come to Apex Apparel, your locally owned, family-run, quick turnaround apparel shop in Grand Forks.
Rust, salt, and time are the biggest enemies for a fuel tank. Never fear, because Grand Forks Welding is here to take care of your enemies for you. We not only fix or patch your tanks, but we can custom fabricate any kind of replacement fuel tanks or service unit. Go to grandforkswelding.com.
Today, the PS stands for proper service for your home, farm, or business, which is what you'll get from the team at PS Garage Doors in Grand Forks. Whether you need a door fixed or just thinking about replacing what you already have, no matter what the size, PS Doors offers the proper service for you. Get your proper service at psgaragedoors.com.
Welcome back. We are now in inning number 5, and we have a new pitcher on the mound for East Grand Forks. I'm going to await the announcement from my colleague, the public address announcer here at Stouse Park, doing the pitching for East Grand Forks. Don't recognize the number. Actually, I should recognize the number. I have a roster right in front of me. That is Jacob Stassen. So Jake Stassen comes in off the bench. So that's going to close the book for Riley Hams. He gets through 4 innings. He gives up 2 runs. One of them being earned, and giving up a home run to Alex Anderson in the 3rd. That was his earned run. So that will close the book. That's 4 innings pitched, and that results in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 strikeouts through 4 innings for Riley Hams. Jake Stassen now in to pitch for East Grand Forks. And if everything goes smoothly, I'd imagine that Dustin Freeze would like to see him pitch the remaining 3 innings left. East Grand Forks holding on to a 1-run lead over Dilworth-Glyndon-Felton. Due up this inning is the heart of the order, the 3-4-5 batter, starting off with the 3 batter, the shortstop, Kaysen Berge. The first pitch delivered by Stassen is called to strike. Always nice to see a pitcher come out of the bullpen and immediately start throwing strikes. The 0-1 delivery is an off-speed pitch in the dirt. That evens the count, 1 ball, 1 strike. To Kaysen Berge, he has a single and a double so far. 2 for 2 on the afternoon. He looks at a ball, gets ahead in this count, 2 balls, 1 strike. That one missed just a tad low, maybe a little bit outside as well. Working quickly is Stassen. His 2-1 delivery clips the outside corner. That will even the count, 2 balls, 2 strikes. The first batter in inning number 5, the shortstop, Kaysen Berge. And he swings through an off-speed pitch. That's going to be a strikeout swinging for out number 1 in the top of inning number 5. 1 batter faced, 1 strikeout for Jake Stassen.
At bat for the Rebels, catcher number 6, Wes.
That'll bring to the plate the catcher for DGF. That's Wes Hoover. Hoover has 2 walks in both of his plate appearances. Looks at a strike the first pitch of this at-bat. Hoover stranded at first, both times he reached. The 0-1 delivery is a curveball that misses in the dirt. Evens the count, 1 ball, 1 strike. This one's grounded back to Stassen. He gets a glove on it, but it goes back behind the mound, and that's going to result in an infield single for Wes Hoover. The catcher is going to reach base for the 3rd time, his first base hit of the afternoon after a pair of walks. That's going to bring to the plate Tanner Cadwell. Hoover's going to go back to the dugout. Coming to take care of the courtesy running for the catcher is going to be Camden Altabelli. So Altabelli standing on first base for Wes Hoover. Tanner Cadwell coming to the plate with 1 out and a runner on first base in the top of inning number 5. Cadwell grounded out to the pitcher, or flew out to the pitcher and also struck out looking, so he's 0 for 2 on the afternoon. He looks at a strike, the first pitch of this at-bat, behind no balls, 1 strike. The courtesy runner, you got to imagine, has some speed. That is Altabelli. Altabelli taking his lead. He stays put. And the 0-1 misses just a hair inside. That will even the count, 1 ball, 1 strike. Altabelli and the batter Cadwell both looking at their head coach and third base coach, Bill Eibach. 1 ball, 1 strike to Cadwell. This one finds the outside corner, upper half of the strike zone. It's called to strike. So working ahead now is Jake Stassen, working in relief for Riley Hams. The count is 1-2 to Tanner Cadwell, the left fielder for Dilworth-Glyndon-Felton. Altabelli stays put, and an off-speed pitch that just barely misses the outside corner, holding off on swinging at that one is Cadwell. That's going to even the count, 2 balls, 2 strikes. Nice bait there from Stassen. Not able to get Cadwell to bite. Nevertheless, that pitch still just missed by a hair off the outside corner. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Runner on first base, 1 out. The 2-2 is called to strike on the outside corner. That's a big strikeout for out number 2. The second of the inning for Jake Stassen, working in relief once again for Riley Hams. That's going to bring to the plate the designated hitter, Jace Baumgartner. Baumgartner struck out swinging in inning number 1 and then grounded out into a fielder's choice. Grounded out to Jace Van Epps, who ran it over to third base. A back pick attempt after a called strike. Sliding back into first base safely is Altabelli. You got to imagine that was a called play there from Dustin Freeze, imagining that Altabelli is going to be running. And the second pitch of this at-bat misses low. So that'll even the count, 1 ball, 1 strike. Here at Stouse Park, a beautiful afternoon for baseball between 2 of the top teams in the state. The 1-1 delivery, nice off-speed pitch, swinging through that one is Baumgartner. A beautiful curveball there from Jake Stassen. Started up and in, came back over the heart of the plate. Swinging at it was Baumgartner, not able to make any contact. Now it's a pitcher's count for the relief pitcher, Jake Stassen. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Outside pitch, another back pick attempt from Anderson. Sliding back in safely once again is Altobelli. That will even the count, 2 balls, 2 strikes. Almost looked like another intentional pitch out there from the battery mates, Jake Stassen and Brody Anderson. The 2-2 is a check swing that's fouled off and out of play down the third base line into the East Grand Forks dugout. Staying alive is Baumgartner. Baumgartner wants to keep the line moving. DGF trailing EGF by a score of 3-2 on our All True Hill System scoreboard. Jake Stassen now working in relief for Riley Hams. And the 2-2 pitch misses just outside. That's going to bring the count full now. 3 balls, 2 strikes. So running on the pitch is going to be Altobelli, the courtesy runner for Wes Hoover, who had an infield single. The 3-2 pitch hits the outside corner, strikes out Baumgartner looking, and that is going to be striking out the side is Jake Stassen in relief. We are going to the bottom of inning number 5. East Grand Forks leading 3-2 over Dilworth-Glyndon-Felton. This is Green Wave Baseball on the KNOX Live Sports Network.
Spray Advantage of Grand Forks carries everything you need for the chemical and fertilizer application on your farm. They have pumps, tips, and tanks from 3 gallons all the way up to 10,000 gallons on hand. They can help with parts and accessories for the fertilizer and tillage equipment on your farm too. Go to sprayadvantage.com.
Open all year round to the public, Eagles Crest offers space for holiday parties and family get-togethers. And of course, daily specials, appetizers, and all your favorites, including Sunday brunch buffets. Come in for the view and delicious meals at Eagles Crest Grill.
As guys, we all love our trucks. That's why...
All right, welcome back to the Rivard's Turf and Forage Grand Trailer Sales KNOX Live Sports Network. We appear to have a relief pitcher now on the mound for DGF as well. So let me get that number and report to you who the relief pitcher is. That's going to close the book on Xander Deutsch. In the game now, this is going to be Camden Schreiber. So let me write that down in my book. That closes the book. 4 innings pitched, 3 runs given up for Xander Deutsch, all of them coming in inning number 1. Then he retired the next 7 batters through innings 2, 3, and 4. Ran into some trouble in the 4th, but was able to get out of it with a double play, a line-out hit by Mason Freeze directly to the shortstop, Kaysen Berge, and then he flipped it over to the second baseman, Camden Schreiber, at the time. And that got DGF out of inning number 4, and in comes Camden Schreiber in relief of Xander Deutsch. He's going to go up against the top of the order for East Grand Forks here in inning number 5. The leadoff batter is going to be Jordan Nowatzki.
Moving out for the Green Wave, left fielder number 14, Jordan Nowatzki.
Nowatzki 0 for 2. He has hit 2 balls really well into the outfield. He lined out to right field his first at-bat and then lined out to center field his second at-bat. Now going up against a righty for the first time this afternoon and swinging through a first pitch he sees is Nowatzki. That brings the count to no balls, 1 strike. Going up against Camden Schreiber. Pitching from the right side. In relief of the southpaw Xander Deutsch. This one is lined to the outfield. That goes through the 3-4 hole. And that's going to be a leadoff single for East Grand Forks. Getting on base is Jordan Nowatzki. 3 hard hit balls, but only 1 base hit to show of it. That's going to bring to the plate Noah Freeze. With no outs and a runner on first base, East Grand Forks looking to pad that 1-run lead.
At bat for the Green Wave, second baseman number 2, Noah Freeze.
Noah Freeze is 1 for 2 on the afternoon. He had a single in the first, came around to score, and then struck out looking in the second. First pitch swinging here, he drives a fly ball out to center field. Getting under that one is Alex Anderson. He catches it with 2 hands, so 1 pitch, 1 out. That will bring to the plate Riley Hams. That's going to go into the book as an F8 putout. And Riley Hams comes to the plate with a runner on first base. That's Jordan Nowatzki after his leadoff single.
At bat for the Green Wave, shortstop number 8, Riley Hams.
Hams is 0 for 1 on the afternoon. He was hit by a pitch in inning number 1 and then grounded out to the pitcher in inning number 3. First pitch swinging once again. This is fouled, popped up in the infield. Settling under that one is the shortstop, Kaysen Berge. So that's 2 pitches, 2 outs. That's an F6. And there's quickly 2 outs in the home half of inning number 5. Coming to the plate now is Jace Van Epps. Van Epps 1 for 2 on the afternoon. He had a 2 RBI double in inning number 1, and then he flew out to right field in inning number 3. He has a runner on first base. That's Jordan Nowatzki. Interesting to see what the strategy is going to be now with Dustin Freeze with the runner on first with 2 outs. Or leadoff runner, Jordan Nowatzki, he's running. Ball is called to strike. And sliding in safely is Nowatzki, so he finds himself in scoring position after the stolen base. It was called to strike, so the count is 0-1 to Jace Van Epps. Runner on second base, 2 outs in the home half of inning number 5. Big RBI opportunity here for East Grand Forks to pad that 1-run lead. The 0-1 delivery is in the dirt. That'll even the count, 1 ball, 1 strike. Nice job there by Wes Hoover to keep the ball in front of him. Camden Schreiber pitching for DGF, working in relief of Xander Deutsch. The 1-1 delivery from Schreiber to Jace Van Epps. That one misses just inside. A little bit low as well. That brings the count to 2 balls, 1 strike. Van Epps looking for a similar result that he had in his at-bat in inning number 1. That was a 2 RBI double to the left center field gap. He looks at an off-speed pitch that goes in the dirt and goes back to the backstop, so that's going to be a pass ball. So that puts a runner on third base is Nowatzki after his leadoff single. He advanced to second on a stolen base and now advances to third after the pass ball. And a 3-1 pitch upcoming to Jace Van Epps being delivered by Camden Schreiber. Now with the runner on third, still pitching in the stretch. And this one is popped up. It's on the infield. Camping under this one is the second baseman and making the catch. And DGF gets out of another jam. That is going to be an F4 for out number 3. That's 5 innings of play. East Grand Forks leading DGF. This is shaping up to be an instant classic here at Stouse Park. This is Green Wave Baseball on the KNOX Live Sports Network.
Spray Advantage of Grand Forks carries everything you need for the chemical and fertilizer application on your farm. They have pumps, tips, and tanks from 3 gallons all the way up to 10,000 gallons on hand. They can help with parts and accessories for the fertilizer and tillage equipment on your farm too. Go to sprayadvantage.com.
Open all year round to the public, Eagles Crest offers space for holiday parties and family get-togethers. And of course, daily specials, appetizers, and all your favorites, including Sunday brunch buffets. Come in for the view and delicious meals at Eagles Crest Grill.
As guys, we all love our trucks. That's why Toys for Trucks is your headquarters for all things truck. They carry an amazing selection of rims and tires, plus floor mats, tonneau covers, hitches, plows, and even Excalibur remote car starters for any car, truck, or SUV. And the best part? They can install everything for your truck right at their location. Stop out at Toys for Trucks in Grand Forks to customize your ride, or check them out at toysfortrucks.com.
And welcome back. We are now in inning number 6. This game is moving along quickly here at Stouse Park on the Rivards Turf and Forage Grand Trailer Sales KNOX Live Sports Network. East Grand Forks leading DGF by a score of 3-2. Jake Stassen back on the mound for his second inning of work in relief for Riley Hams, and it appears we have a pinch hitter coming to the plate. Pinch hitting for Xander Deutsch. This is going to be number 16. Don't have that number on my program, so I'm going to await the announcement from our public address announcer to see who this pinch hitter is for Xander Deutsch.
Leading off for the Rebels, first baseman number 16, Logan Thuney.
Logan Thuney is the pinch hitter, hitting for Xander Deutsch. The 7-8-9 batters due up here in inning number 6 for DGF, and Thuney quickly finds himself down. No balls, 2 strikes. Against Jake Stassen in his second inning of work. He struck out the side, giving up an infield single. So it was a 1-1 pitch. Swinging through that one is Thuney. That brings the count to 1 ball, 2 strikes. To the big first baseman batting from the right side is Thuney. Nice job holding off the off-speed pitch there from Jake Stassen. That equals the count. 2 balls, 2 strikes. No outs in the top of inning number 6 here at Stouse Park. A check swing. checking down the first base line, and Thuney was able to hold off on the high heat. That brings us to a full count, 3 balls and 2 strikes. Working from the windup, here comes the full count delivery, and this one is popped up and out of play behind us here. So good job by Thuney to stay alive. Awaiting the second 3-2 offering from Jake Stassen. 3 strikeouts in 1 inning of work. And that's just outside. Thuney is going to be awarded first base on the base by balls. So that brings to the plate the 8 batter. That is Brad Serreris. Now we're going to have a courtesy runner coming in as Kruger. That's Luke Kruger running for Thuney.
For the Rebels, right fielder number 7, Brad Shuras.
The 8-9 batters had consecutive singles back in inning number 4. Now with no outs and a runner on first. Serreris showing bunt. He pulls back as the pitch is called the ball off the outside corner. 1 ball, no strikes to Serreris, the 8 batter for DGF. He's 1 for 2 on the afternoon. Struck out in inning number 2. And then hit a single, kind of a check swing single in inning number 4. We have time called by the third base coach here for DGF. That's Bill Eibach. Calling Serreris over to have a conversation. Giving some marching orders. Showing bunt on the first pitch of this at-bat was Serreris. Let's see if they maintain that strategy. Umpire takes a brief time to make some notes on his scorecard as well. Staying on the rubber the whole time is Jake Stassen. He is dialed and ready to go. 1 pitch, no strikes to Brad Serreris, the 8 batter for DGF. Showing bunts, he's going to pull that one back. The ball comes all the way to the backstop. Staying put at first base is Luke Kruger. He had an opportunity to advance to second. He stays put. Got to wonder why he did not advance to second base there. It's 2 balls, no strikes. Showing bunt twice thus far is Serreris. But he's pulled back. He finds himself ahead in the count. 2 balls, no strikes. Showing bunt again, pulls back. A little back pick opportunity here from Anderson. Sliding back into first base safely is Luke Kruger, the courtesy runner for DGF. Running for Logan Thuney. The count is 3 balls, no strikes, no outs, runner on first base. The 3-0 delivery is called to strike at the knees. That brings the count to 3 balls, 1 strikes. Looking at that one the whole way was Serreris. Let's see if he returns to the original game plan, which is to lay down a bunt. In the infield grass is Jace Van Epps at third base. Showing bunt and pulling back, and that's going to be a base by balls. Advancing to second base for DGF is the courtesy runner, Luke Kruger. And advancing to first is going to be Brad Serreris. So back-to-back walks to start the top of inning number 6. And now East Grand Forks finds themselves in a little bit of a jam here. Coming to the plate is the 9-hitter, Camden Schreiber. He's 1 for 2 on the afternoon. He grounded out to the first baseman in inning number 2, and then he hit a single in inning number 4.
Now at bat for the Rebels, pitcher number 4, Camden Schreiber.
Schreiber at the plate. Runners on first and second, no outs. Top of inning number 6. Jake Stassen on the mound in relief of Riley Hams in his second inning of work. Showing bunt is Schreiber going to third base, trying to get the lead runner, and actually on time. Great play by Jake Stassen. Looked like a broken play. Able to get back to third to cover his bag is Jace Van Epps. So a great job by East Grand Forks defensively to get the lead runner at third base. Advancing to second is Serreris. But that's going to be a fielder's choice. 1-5 for out number 1. And that brings us back to the top of the order. Alex Anderson, who's swinging the bat well today. He's 2 for 3. He has a single and a home run to go along with the strikeout. And a wild pitch in the dirt gets past Anderson. The ball comes back to the backstop. That will advance the runner. Serreris goes to third. Schreiber goes to second. Now there's a couple of runners in scoring position. With 1 out in the top of inning number 6 with the leadoff hitter at the plate, Alex Anderson. A couple of ducks on the pond. Up in this count, 1 ball, no strikes. Now working from the windup is going to be Stassen. The 1-0 delivery is fouled off and out of play behind us. That evens the count. 1 ball, 1 strike. You get a feeling that this is a big spot in this baseball game if East Grand Forks is able to get out of this jam. The 1-1 pitch from Schreiber. We got a squeeze pitch coming, stealing home, and getting tagged out at the plate is going to be the courtesy runner. Just a wild play there. We're going to capture that replay. We're going to have to. Luke Kruger on a sacrifice squeeze gets thrown out. Let's take a look at that replay, brought to you by American Family Insurance, Tyler Nagel Agency. Just a sacrifice squeeze, not able to get the bunt down is the batter. The pitch was in the dirt. Anderson on his back heels pops right back up and is able to tag out the runner coming home, and that's a big out number 2. Wow, what a defensive play there for East Grand Forks on back-to-back plays. And I'm struggling to write that one down in my scorebook. So getting thrown out on the base pass is the courtesy runner for DGF. That is Luke Kruger. Advancing to third, however, is going to be Camden Schreiber, but now there's 2 outs. The count is 2 balls, 1 strike. And if there was a time to throw a pitch in the dirt with runners on third and second, that was the time on a sacrifice squeeze. Great play there by Brody Anderson to not only keep the ball in front of him, he actually caught it on the fly, but then to pop right back up and tag out the runner trying to advance to home plate on the sacrifice squeeze. And that is going to be an early candidate, actually a late candidate, for our finest auto trim cover of the game for the top defensive play of the afternoon. Brought to you by Finest Auto Trim. Big or small, they will be able to cover it all, whether that be your tractor, your truck, your SUV, whatever it be. Big or small, Finest Auto Trim covers it all. And as the umpires have a conversation near the mound, let's take another look at that replay. Brought to you by American Family Insurance, Tyler Nagel Agency. The sacrifice squeeze was put on, but Brody Anderson catches the ball in the dirt and then pops right back up and dives to home plate to tag out the runner trying to score. But the count is now still 2 balls, 1 strike to the leadoff batter, or actually it is the leadoff batter, Alex Anderson, at the plate. So with your hottest hitter at the plate, you elect to put on a sacrifice squeeze. It does not work out. He looks at a ball that evens the count, 2 balls, 2 strikes. And a high off-speed pitch there from Stassen misses high. This has just been a weird inning here. East Grand Forks might be able to get out of it. Full count. Runner on third base, 2 outs. The payoff pitch, striking out swinging is Alex Anderson, and East Grand Forks gets out of the jam. We're headed to the home half of inning number 6. The Green Wave still leading by a score of 3-2 over Dilworth-Glyndon-Felton. We'll be right back with Green Wave Baseball on KNOX Live Sports.
Add a pop of color and excitement to your next celebration with Balloons by Misty. Their one-of-a-kind balloon design skills and creativity will make your event unforgettable. It's always a party at Balloons by Misty. Visit balloonsbymisty.com today.
Residents of the Midwest are known for being self-starters and getting the job done. But when it comes to electrical work, it's best to call a professional. Hi, this is Steve from Bergstrom Electric. It's true that there's a certain glory to accomplishing a task on your own, but it's our experience that not only will save you time, but also the headaches that go along with home improvement projects. A simple phone call to Bergstrom Electric can make all the difference. At Bergstrom Electric, the light does shine brighter.
It takes attention to detail. With your local Bryant dealer, you're getting someone who pays attention to the little things that make a big difference. And to keep your family cool this summer, it takes Bryant.
Connect with Thermal Air today, your Bryant certified dealer.
Welcome back to the Rivards Turf and Forage Grand Trailer Sales KNOX Live Sports Network. We're in the home half of inning number 6. East Grand Forks looking for some insurance as they lead Dilworth-Glyndon-Felton by a score of 3-2 on our All True Health System scoreboard. East Grand Forks put up 3 in inning number 1 and have hung all zeros since then. Looking for some insurance due up this inning are going to be the 5, 6, 7 batters for East Grand Forks. Starting off with Cole Schmiederberg, the first baseman for the Green Wave. He's 0 for 1 on the afternoon. He walked in inning number 1 and then grounded out to the shortstop in inning number 3. East Grand Forks could really use some insurance here. The first pitch to Schmiederberg misses up and away. Ball 1. Camden Schreiber in his second inning of work in relief for Xander Deutsch. The 1-0 delivery misses outside. That brings the count to 2 balls, no strikes to Schmiederberg. Schreiber working quickly now from the windup, receives the sign, and now the delivery. The 2-0 pitch is swung on and missed by Schmiederberg. Nice healthy cut there from the first baseman for the Green Wave. That brings the count to 2 balls, 1 strike. The 2-1 delivery is a hanging curveball that finds its way over the plate. That evens the count, 2 balls, 2 strikes. Nice pitch there by Schreiber. That pitch started inside, came over the plate. And the 2-2 is another off-speed pitch. Nice job holding off there is Schmiederberg. That brings the count full, 3 balls, 2 strikes. The payoff pitch is right at the knees, but it's misses low. So advancing to first is Schmiederberg, base by balls. That's his second walk of the afternoon. Bringing to the plate Brody Anderson, who's 1 for 2 so far today. He had an RBI single in inning number 1, and then he flew out to left field in inning number 4. He comes to the plate with no outs and a runner on first base. That's Cole Schmiederberg after the leadoff walk. Schreiber now working from the stretch, showing bunt, and Anderson is able to advance the runner. It was a hard bunch, and Schreiber thought twice about maybe trying to get the runner. Advancing to second, that is Schmiederberg, but that's going to go in the book as a sacrifice bunt, a 1-3 putout for out number 1. So there's a runner in scoring position for Hunter Varnson. East Grand Forks would love to bring him home for an insurance run going into inning number 7. Varnson 0 for 2 today. And he's hit by a pitch. The first pitch of this at-bat gets up and in. And that is a hit by pitch, and he will occupy a vacant first base. So now there's runners on first and second with 1 away. That brings to the plate the 8-batter, Carson McDonald, who is 0 for 1 on the afternoon. He grounded out to second base in inning number 1 and earned a trip to first with the base by balls in inning number 4.
Now batting for the Green Wave, right fielder number 4, Carson McDonald.
So after the hit by pitch, there's runners on first and second with 1 gone in the bottom of inning number 6. First pitch swinging is McDonald. He swings through that one. So Schreiber's ahead, no balls, 1 strike to the right fielder for the Green Wave, Carson McDonald. Schreiber working from the stretch. He gets set, checks on the runners. And here's the 0-1 delivery. And this one is driven out to shallow center field. It's going to drop for a base hit. Coming around to score is Schmiederberg. Here's going to be a close play at the plate. Gets past the catcher, and Schmiederberg comes around to score. Advancing to second base is Carson McDonald on the throw. That's a huge RBI single for East Grand Forks, getting a massive insurance run. Schmiederberg comes around to score after the leadoff walk. Standing at third is Hunter Varnson. Advancing to second on the throw is McDonald. That's an RBI single. East Grand Forks now leads by a score of 4-2 over Dilworth-Glyndon-Felton. That brings to the plate Mason Freeze with the chance to blow this one wide open. Runners on second and third. Still 1 out in the home half of inning number 6. Mason Freeze has a conversation with his head coach, Dustin Freeze. Mason's 0 for 2 on the day. He grounded out to the second baseman, then lined into a double play in inning number 4 to the shortstop, Kason Berge. First pitch he sees is up and in, misses for a ball. 1 ball, no strikes to the second baseman for the Green Wave, Mason Freeze. The 1-0 is fouled off and out of play. That evens the count, 1 ball, 1 strike. Camden Schreiber trying to get out of a jam of his own after East Grand Forks was able to evade trouble in the top half of inning number 6. The 1-1 finds the outside corner. It's a called strike. Now it's a pitcher's count, 1 ball, 2 strikes to Mason Freeze. With 1 out in the bottom of inning number 6, runners on second and third. Standing on third is Hunter Varnson. On second is Carson McDonald. After his RBI single, he was able to advance to second on the throw. The 1-2 pitch is fouled out of play down the first base line. So staying alive here is Mason Freeze. Now we're going to have a meeting. The catcher runs out to the mound. That's Wes Hoover. The battery mates have a very brief conversation. Running back to his position behind home plate is Hoover. And we continue on with the at-bat. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Mason Freeze after he stays alive with the foul ball down the first base line. The 1-2 pitch is a off-speed pitch driven right back up the middle. Coming in to score is Varnson. Rounding third, coming in to score is McDonald. And that's a 2 RBI single for Mason Freeze. The score is now 6-2, East Grand Forks. Huge RBI single there for Mason Freeze. He stands on first after driving in a pair. East Grand Forks now leads by 4 in the home half of inning number 6. All of these scoring plays brought to you by Bergstrom Electric. They light the lamp over at Bergstrom Electric, and it indeed does shine brighter. All of our scoring plays brought to you by Bergstrom Electric. Now back to the top of the order. Here comes Jordan Nowatzki with the runner on first base. Mason Freeze after his 2 RBI single. He gets checked on by Schreiber, slides back into first base safely. Nowatzki batting from the left side is 1 for 3 on the afternoon. He had a single in inning number 5 and then 2 hard-hit balls in inning number 1 and inning number 2, lining out to the right fielder and the center fielder respectively. Checking in on Freeze once again is Schreiber. And finally, the first pitch to Nowatzki is fouled back and out of play. No balls, 1 strike to the leadoff batter for the Green Wave is Nowatzki. Camden Schreiber in his second inning of work in relief of Xander Deutsch, the starting pitcher. Going is Freeze. This is going to be a close play at second base, and sliding in safely was Freeze. It looks like the throw beat him, but just a nice swim move at the bag by Mason Freeze to evade the tag, so he's now in scoring position after the stolen base. The pitch was called the ball, so the count is 1 ball, 1 strike. To the leadoff man, Nowatzki, now with the runner in scoring position after the stolen base. Nice maneuver at the bag there. The 1-1 misses outside and low. Brings the count to 2 balls, 1 strike. Still only 1 out in inning number 6. East Grand Forks has already pushed 3 across the board to give themselves some solid insurance going into inning number 7. Still looking for more. The 2-1 pitch misses outside. That makes it an even better hitter's count. 3 balls, 1 strike to Nowatzki. Schreiber working from the stretch. His pace has slowed down significantly this inning. He gets set and delivers the 3-1. That one is swung on and missed by Nowatzki. He gets back into the batter's box. That makes it a full count. 3 balls and 2 strikes. To the left fielder for East Grand Forks. Runner in scoring position is Mason Freeze after his 2 RBI single and a stolen base. The 3-2 pitch is lined down the first base line, but it's just a little bit foul. A little bit early on that one is the left-handed hitting Jordan Nowatzki. Keeps the at-bat alive. Here comes the second 3-2 offering from Camden Schreiber, the relief pitcher for Dilworth-Glyndon-Felton. 6-2 baseball game after 3 runs have been pushed across home plate by East Grand Forks in the home half of inning number 6. Here comes the 3-2 delivery, swinging at a high pitch. It's a high fly ball on the infield. Settling under this one is the shortstop, but he loses it. And it's going to fall innocently to the outfield grass. That is going to be a base hit. So staying on second base is Mason Freeze. Want to call that an error, but nobody got a glove on it. It's going to go into my book as a base knock. So Nowatzki is now 2 for 4 on the afternoon. That brings to the plate Noah Freeze, who's 1 for 3 so far in this matchup against Dilworth-Glyndon-Felton. Now we're going to have a mound visit. This is going to count as a timeout. Gives us a great opportunity to give a shout out to our timeout sponsors, Apex Apparel and Big Jim's Tire. A reminder that our coverage of East Grand Forks baseball and the rest of Greater Grand Forks prep athletics is completely free to you without subscriptions and no paywall. So please make sure to support those who support us, whether that's an advertisement that you see during one of our commercial breaks or a live read that you hear me mention. All of our sponsors make our coverage of Greater Grand Forks Prep Athletics possible, especially our network sponsors, Rivard's Turf and Forage. Check out all of their specialized seeds at rivards.com. And Grand Trailer Sales. Trailer sales, trailer service, and trailer rentals available at Grand Trailer Sales right off Highway 2 in East Grand Forks. So after the mound visit, in an attempt to settle down the starting pitcher, Camden Schreiber, after a tough at-bat against Nowatzki, a high pop fly that was mishandled by the shortstop falls in the outfield grass for a base hit. Now at the plate is Noah Freeze. First pitch he sees is called a strike on the outside corner. No balls, 1 strike to the 2-batter. The shortstop for East Grand Forks. He's 1 for 3 on the afternoon. Came around and scored a run after a single in inning number 1, then struck out in the 2nd and flew out to center in the 5th. He swings through the 2nd pitch he sees. That brings the count to a favorable pitching count for Camden Schreiber. No balls, 2 strikes. Runners on 1st and 2nd, 1 gone in the bottom of inning number 6. East Grand Forks has already pushed 3 across the board here in the home half of inning number 6. The 0-2 delivery from Schreiber is swung on and missed. That's going to be a strikeout swinging for out number 2. So that brings to the plate Riley Hams, the starting pitcher for East Grand Forks today. He got through 4 innings of work, striking out 6. And he is 0 for 2 at the plate. He was hit by a pitch in inning number 1, came around to score, then grounded out to the pitcher in inning number 3, and then an infield pop fly to the shortstop in inning number 5. 2 outs, bottom of inning number 6. Runners on 1st and 2nd base. The first pitch to Hams is in the dirt. That one was blocked by Hoover. He keeps the ball in front of him, keeps the runners where they're at. Standing on 2nd base is Mason Freeze. On 1st base is Jordan Nowatzki. The 1-0 delivery to Riley Hams. That is low and away. Called the ball, 2 balls, no strikes. East Grand Forks doing a good job to create an additional cushion for themselves going into the inning number 7. And the 2-0 pitch clips the outside corner. Called a strike. That brings the count to 2 balls, 1 strike to the 3-batter for East Grand Forks, Riley Hams. Trying to provide some additional cushion for the Green Wave as we go into the final frame. Still an out to be had here in the home half of inning number 6. Runners on 1st and 2nd. An off-speed pitch that is not able to find its way over the plate, misses inside. That makes it a hitter's count. 3 balls, 1 strike. And the 3-1 delivery from Schreiber is lined to the right center field gap, and it is going to be caught by the center fielder. Nope, it falls. Had a tough time deciphering that, and it's a late decision from our field umpire, but that is a web gem in center field from Alex Anderson, just making a diving catch on the run to keep it a 4-run ball game. We are headed to the 7th. East Grand Forks leading Dilworth-Glyndon-Felton by a score of 6-2. We'll be right back with the 7th. You are watching East Grand Forks baseball on KNOX Live Sports.
Since 1972, Jarrell's Sports Center and Hockey World has provided year-round sporting goods, apparel, and of course, hockey equipment and training tools. You'll also find they have a state-of-the-art skate sharpening machine to give you the edge you need. For anything sports, stop into Jarrell's and Hockey World. When you need the right part for your pickup, head to Northwood or call Mike's Custom Truck. Amanda will drop ship any part you need: turbos, upgraded fuel pumps, Edge products, and more. Mike's Custom Truck, 587-6335. Your local Circle K and Holiday Station stores are proud to support high school activities. Stop by the new Circle K location at 1316 South Washington Street for not only gas, but a wide array of hot and cold food, snacks for everyone, and a car wash. Open 24/7, 7 days a week.
And welcome back to the Rivard's Turf and Forage Grand Trailer Sales KNOX Live Sports Network. Dilworth-Glyndon-Felton down to their final 3 outs. East Grand Forks does a good job of pushing 3 across the board. They put 3 on the Ultra Health System scoreboard in inning number 1, then an additional 3 in inning number 6. So that it gives them a 6-2 lead over the Rebels of Dilworth-Glyndon-Felton. Due up this inning in the 7th for DGF is the 2-3-4 batters, the heart of the order. They find themselves down by 4 runs. Jake Stassen still in relief, and this one's lined over the shortstop. That's Riley Hams. It's misplayed in left field. It was going to be a stand-up double regardless either way. So that's a leadoff double. That's a great way to start an inning when you're trailing by 4. Dylan Anderson standing on second base. That's a stand-up double with nobody out in the top of inning number 7. That will bring to the plate Kason Berge. Berge's 2 for 3 on the day. He had a single in inning number 1 and a double in inning number 3. Struck out in the 5th. Got to imagine Anderson is going to be extra cautious on second base. No reason to try advance here, trailing by 4 in inning number 7. Stassen in his 3rd inning of relief for Riley Hams. He had 3 strikeouts in inning number 5. Ran into trouble in inning number 6. That inning was quite the theater taking place in front of us here at Stouse Park. The 1-0 delivery to Kason Berge misses up and in. That makes it 2 balls, no strikes to the 3 batter for Dilworth-Glyndon-Felton. They trail by 4 on our All True Health System scoreboard. EGF 6, DGF 2. The 2-0 pitch hits the outside corner. It's called a strike. 2 balls, 1 strike now to Kason Berge. Nobody out. Runner on second base after the leadoff double from Dylan Anderson. The 2-1 misses up and away. Makes it a hitter's count. 3 balls, 1 strike to the shortstop for the Rebels. Stassen working from the stretch, receives the sign from his catcher, gets set. Here comes the 3-1 delivery. That one misses up and in, so that's a walk. The first 2 batters in inning number 7 reach base. A leadoff double, now a walk to Kason Berge as he stands on a vacant first base. We're going to have a potential pitching change as we have a mound visit upcoming from Dustin Freeze. And it looks like we will have a pitching change unless they're just talking strategy here, as there's runners on first and second with nobody out in the top of inning number 7. East Grand Forks with some crucial insurance runs in the home half of inning number 6, able to push 3 across the board. 2 of them thanks to an RBI single, 2 RBI single from Mason Freeze, and then Carson McDonald also had an RBI single in inning number 6. So 1 RBI for McDonald in the 6th, and then 2 RBIs for Mason Freeze. Gives East Grand Forks a little bit more comfort, especially now with the first 2 batters of the top half of inning number 7 reaching base. That brings to the plate catcher Wes Hoover. Wes Hoover's 1 for 1 on the afternoon. He walked in innings number 1 and 3 and then had a single in the 5th. Just trying to get on here to bring the tying run to the plate. First pitch he sees, he swings at a changeup at the knees. No balls, 1 strike to the cleanup batter for the Rebels, Wes Hoover, who's been catching all afternoon for Dilworth-Glyndon-Felton, going up against Jake Stassen in his 3rd inning of relief. A fastball, lower half of the strike zone, is swung on and missed by Hoover. Quickly a no balls, 2 strike count in favor of the pitcher, Jake Stassen. The 0-2. High heat, able to hold off on that one is Hoover. Makes it a 1-2 count. Runners on first and second, no outs in the top of inning number 7. A leadoff double from Dylan Anderson, then a walk given up to Kason Berge. Wes Hoover down 1-2 in this count. A soft chopper to the 3rd baseman. Jace Van Epps picks it up and goes to 3rd base, but he fumbled it. So sliding in safely to 3rd base is Dylan Anderson on the error from Jace Van Epps. Advancing to second is Berge. Going in safely is Wes Hoover. That's going to be an E5. So now the bases are loaded, still nobody out, and that brings the tying run to the plate. The 5 batter, Tanner Cadwell. Altabelli comes in to courtesy run for Hoover. He's going to stand on first base. East Grand Forks incredibly thankful now that they were able to get those 3 insurance runs in the bottom of the 6th. There's nobody out, and the bases are loaded. The first pitch of this at-bat to Cadwell is a high fastball that's swung on and missed. The count is no balls, 1 strike. Cadwell represents the tying run for the Rebels. Off-speed pitch that clips the outside corner. Up, no balls, 2 strike. Similar position that Wes Hoover was in, the last batter for DGF. He was able to get on base. And swinging and missing after that one is Cadwell. That's a big strikeout for out number 1. And that will bring to the plate Jace Baumgartner, the designated hitter for Dilworth-Glyndon-Felton. There is now 1 gone. Bases are still loaded. Baumgartner representing the tying run. Stassen working quickly from the windup. First pitch to Baumgartner is fouled off back behind us, goes off the netting. So no balls, 1 strike. Since the bases have been loaded, Stassen has been filling the strike zone. The 0-1 pitch. And that one's just below the letters. Strike on the upper half of the strike zone. So working ahead once again is Stassen. No balls, 2 strikes to the 6th batter for DGF, Jace Baumgartner. Baumgartner 0 for 3 this afternoon. Looks at a high strike. Able to hold off the high heat there. That brings the count to 1 ball, 2 strikes. Still just 1 gone in the top of the 7th. DGF down to their final 2 outs. They have the tying run at the plate. That's Jace Baumgartner with the bases loaded. And he checks his swing. Unable to check to the field umpire as he is standing behind home plate, or standing behind the pitcher's mound, rather. That evens the count. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Baumgartner was able to check his swing. And he's going to drive this one through the 5-6 hole. Coming in to score for DGF is going to be Dylan Anderson. Wisely holding at third is Burgee. Advancing to second is Altabelli. And Baumgartner with an RBI single. So that makes it a 6-4. That makes it a 6-3 baseball game, rather. Tying run now standing on first base. The go-ahead run at the plate for DGF is going to be number 11. This is Luke Kruger, his first at-bat of the game. And he drives one to shallow center field. It's going to drop. Coming in to score is going to be Burgee. Holding up at third base is Wes Hoover. Altabelli, actually, the courtesy runner for Hoover. Advancing to second is Baumgartner. And that's an RBI single for Dilworth-Glyndon-Felton, and they have a rally going here in the top of inning number 7. Score is now 6-4 with the tying run standing on second base.
Out bat for the Rebels, right fielder number 7, Brad Schuras.
Brad Serreris now coming to the plate. Serreris is 1 for 2 on the afternoon. He struck out in inning number 2, hit a single in the 4th, and then walked in the 6th. Tying run on second base. The 0-1 pitch from Stassen is in the dirt. Anderson is able to keep that one in front of him. Standing on third is Altabelli, the courtesy runner for Hoover. On second base is Baumgartner after his RBI single. Advanced to second on the RBI single from Luke Kruger. The 1-1 pitch is called a strike. That makes it a pitcher's count. 1 ball, 2 strikes to the 8th batter, Brad Serreris. The 1-2 misses low and away. That'll even the count. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Drama is building here now in the top of the 7th. East Grand Forks came in with a 4-run lead. That has been trimmed to 2. A half swing to shallow center field. Coming in to catch this one for East Grand Forks is going to be Hunter Varnson. Not tagging at third is Altabelli. But that's going to be 2 outs. After the F8 from Serreris for out number 2. The last chance now for Dilworth-Glyndon-Felton is Camden Schreiber. Schreiber, who started the game at second base for DGF, came in to pitch in relief for Xander Deutsch. And he's the last chance for Dilworth-Glyndon-Felton, trailing by a score of 6-4 on our All True Health System scoreboard. A strike at the knees, a fastball, the first pitch of this at-bat. Makes the count no balls, 1 strike. The 0-1 delivery from Stassen misses low. That evens the count, 1 ball, 1 strike. Tying runner on second base. And the 1-1 delivery is fouled up and out of play. That makes the count 1 ball, 2 strikes. Jake Stassen pitching to Camden Schreiber. Stassen trying to close things out for East Grand Forks. A battle of East Grand Forks 9-1. The 1-2 in the dirt evens the count, 2 balls and 2 strikes. East Grand Forks with a 9-1 record coming into today's action. DGF with a 10-1 record, 2 of the top teams in Minnesota high school baseball, and it's coming down to the final inning. A weak ground ball to second baseman. This one is gathered by Mason Freeze. He botches it. And he fumbles the ground ball, and that keeps DGF alive. Coming in to score is Altabelli. Advancing to third is Baumgartner. Going to second is going to be Serreris. Or not Serreris, that's actually going to be the pinch hitter, Luke Kruger. So that's going to be an E4. And advancing to first base is Schreiber. Now back to the top of the order. The tying runner at third base. Alex Anderson is 2 for 4 on the afternoon. He has a single. He came around to score in the first and then hit a solo home run in inning number 3. And the first pitch he sees is called the ball. 1 ball, no strikes. East Grand Forks now leading by only 1 run. 6-5 on our All True Health System scoreboard. A ball on the inside corner. Momentarily gets away from Anderson as that one squirts up the third base line. Staying put are all the base runners. The count is now 2 balls, no strikes, with nowhere to put the leadoff batter, Alex Anderson, who made a web gem in the bottom of inning number 6 to keep it a 4-run ball game. Anderson looks at a 2-0 fastball on the inside corner. It's called the strike, makes the count 2 balls, 1 strike. Jake Stassen trying to close things out for East Grand Forks. Thought he did it a batter ago. Error at second base brings Anderson to the plate. He looks at a high fastball. 3 balls, 1 strike. Tying runner is at third base. Nowhere to put him with the bases loaded. 2 outs. 3-1 count. Upcoming to Alex Anderson. And he finds the outside corner. Runners are going to be going on the pitch. Full count, 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Top of inning number 7. East Grand Forks leading by 1 run. Bases are loaded. The 3-2 delivery from Jake Stassen misses outside, and that's going to tie the ball game for East Grand Forks. Coming in to score is Baumgartner. Going to third is the base runner. Going to second is Schreiber. Anderson with an RBI walk. Not an RBI, but he will advance to first base.
Now at bat for the Rebels. First baseman number 3, Dylan Anderson.
So we now have a tied baseball game. Dilworth-Glyndon-Felton. Strike 1 to the batter. In the 2-hole, this is Dylan Anderson. DGF has batted around. Anderson got the rally started with a leadoff double here in inning number 7. He swings through that pitch. He quickly finds himself down, no balls, 2 strikes. High fastball there on the 0-2 delivery from Stassen. That makes the count 1 ball, 2 strikes. Bases are still loaded, 2 outs. It's now a tie baseball game, 6-6. Pitch momentarily gets away from Anderson, but he keeps it close enough to hold the runner at third base. The runner at third base is Luke Kruger, who got on with a single earlier this inning. Deuce is on the scoreboard now. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Bases loaded. Fastball that misses outside. That brings the count full. The runners are going to be going on the pitch. Dylan Anderson, who got the party started with a leadoff double here in inning number 7. And looks at a pitch at the knees that misses low for a ball, and that's going to walk in the go-ahead run. Coming in to score is Luke Kruger. Advancing to third is Schreiber. Going to second is going to be Alex Anderson. And after back-to-back walks, here comes Dustin Freeze, and that's going to close the book probably for Jake Stassen. They're going to bring in a relief pitcher as East Grand Forks blows a 6-2 lead. Let's take a quick timeout here. A word from our sponsors. When we come back, we'll wrap up the remainder of the top half of inning number 7. East Grand Forks now trailing Dilworth-Glyndon-Felton by a score of 7-6 On our All True Health System scoreboard, this is Green Wave Baseball on the Rivard's Turf and Forage Grand Trailer Sales KNOX Live Sports Network.
Pro Ag in Grand Forks and Grafton carries the equipment and parts on hand to make your farming operation run smooth. They carry all major brands like Honeybee, Alloway, Amity, Artex, Hardy, Capello, Monosem, Pickett, Wilrich, and Black Ace. So whether you're trading in, buying, or just need parts, go to ProAgEquip.com to see everything Pro Ag has to offer.
You've been waiting for a chance to do something that matters, something big without a big price tag. Welcome to Northland Community and Technical College. Here you can have a big impact on a small campus in classrooms that mirror today's workplace with instructors who teach from experience and know you by name. You've been waiting for a place like this. Are you ready?
Need seed, think Proseed. Proseed.net.
Grand Trailer Sales in East Grand Forks is your go-to spot for enclosed utility, flatbed, and dump trailers in the Red River Valley. They have the biggest selection on hand of trailers with great pricing. If you're looking for parts, service, or simply to buy, trade, or rent a trailer, stop into East Grand Forks. GrandTrailersales.com.
Welcome back to the Rivard's Turf and Forage Grand Trailer Sales KNOX Live Sports Network. We're in the top of inning number 7 where East Grand Forks entered the frame leading by a score of 6-2. They have surrendered 5 runs to Dilworth-Glyndon-Felton. They have seized the lead. They now have the advantage over East Grand Forks on our All True Health System scoreboard by a score of 7-6. Now coming in relief of Jake Stassen, this is going to be Carson McDonald coming in from his position in right field. So that'll close the book for Stassen, who was just 1 out away from closing things out against DGF, 2 of the top teams in Minnesota high school baseball. With 2 outs, a ground ball to second base with the bases loaded was kicked around. That extended the inning, and DGF was able to take advantage. Back-to-back walks tied the ball game and then also gave them the lead. We continue to play on. Here comes Kason Berge going up against Carson McDonald. The bases are still loaded. 2 outs now in the top of inning number 7. Berge walked earlier this inning and came around to score. He also has a single and a double to go along with his stat line this afternoon. First pitch he sees against McDonald is up and away. 1 ball, no strikes to the shortstop, Kason Berge. The 1-0 delivery from McDonald, working from the windup, is a strike right at the knees on the inner half of the plate. Evens the count, 1 ball, 1 strike. Off-speed pitch that finds the outside corner. That's called the strike. 1 ball, 2 strikes. And now the narrative has shifted where East Grand Forks, not trying to hold on to a lead, is trying to just keep this a 1-run ball game. East Grand Forks thought they were able to hang up the bats, leading by 4 coming into inning number 7. But we're going to continue to play on. They're going to have to come to the plate in the home half of the 7th to try to tie this ball game up. First, they have to put things away here in the top of the 7th, and we have a wild pitch, and coming in to score, the play at the plate is too late. Coming in to score is Camden Schreiber, and now it's a 2-run lead after the wild pitch. Advancing to third is Alex Anderson. Going to second is going to be Dylan Anderson. And the count is full with runners on second and third with 2 outs in the top of the 7th. And things continue to get worse here for East Grand Forks. The wild pitch makes it an 8-6 ball game in favor of Dilworth-Glyndon-Felton. Still a full count now to Berge. The 3-2 delivery misses high. And Berge walks for the 2nd time this inning. He advances to a vacant first base. That brings to the plate Wes Hoover.
At bat for the Rebels, catcher number 6, Wes Hoover.
Hoover grounded out to second, which resulted in an error. So he was able to keep the line moving by putting the ball in play. Bases are loaded. Score is 8-6 with 2 outs in the top of the inning number 7. First pitch of this at-bat to Wes Hoover is called the ball, low and away. 1 ball, no strikes. A pitch in a very similar position, called the strike this time. 1 ball, 1 strike, a fastball at the knees. Carson McDonald. We've had Riley Hams, Jake Stassen, and now Carson McDonald on the mound for East Grand Forks. This one is popped up, out of play, goes behind us. That brings the count to 1 ball and 2 strikes. A favorable pitching count for Carson McDonald, the relief pitcher for East Grand Forks. And that's going to be a foul tip, and holding on to that one is Brody Anderson. So that's going to close the book for the top of inning number 7. Dilworth-Glyndon-Felton able to push 6 across the board, forcing East Grand Forks to come to the plate in the home half of inning number 7. We'll be right back with that. Green Wave Baseball on KNOX Live Sports.
Branson Bank and Trust in Grand Forks is a community bank that caters to businesses, farms, and consumers. They provide customized financial solutions with personalized customer service. Let Branson Bank give you the banking relationship you deserve. Real people, real results.
From tears in your car, truck, boat, or farm equipment seats to making boat covers or complete restorations of the interior of your hot rod, Finest Auto Trim in Grand Forks can make the inside of your rides look brand new again. Big or small, at Finest Auto Trim, we can cover it all. To check out our services, go to finestautotrim.com or stop out on Demers Avenue in Grand Forks to get your quote today.
Whether it's a golf course, your lawn, a pasture on your farm, cover crop, or even a food plot to help you get that big buck, Rivard's Turf.
Welcome back to the Rivard's Turf and Forage Grand Trailer Sales KNOX Live Sports Network. And got to mention a play that did not earn enough credit as it was happening. The final out in inning number 6 for East Grand Forks was a fly out to center field from Riley Hams. Making a spectacular catch out in center field was Alex Anderson. There were runners on first and second, and if that ball would have landed in the outfield grass, it likely would have drove home both the runners on base. That would have made the score 10-2 going into the final frame. Instead, it stayed at 6-2. Dilworth-Glyndon-Felton able to push 6 across the board in inning number 7. And East Grand Forks now comes to the plate in the home half of inning number 7, trying to put a rally together themselves. Due up first is the cleanup batter, Jace Van Epps. Jace Van Epps is 1 for 3 this afternoon. He had a 2 RBI double in inning number 1. And then flew out to right field and also had an infield pop fly to the second baseman in his other at-bats. Just trying to get on here in the home half of inning number 7, going up against Camden Schreiber. First pitch to Van Epps finds the outside corner. It's called the strike. So that play from Alex Anderson to end inning number 6 didn't deserve enough credit as it was happening, but that kept it a 4-run ball game. And right now, that's the difference. Alex Anderson making a web gem to end inning number 6 allows DGF enough belief for them to mount a comeback in inning number 7 as Van Epps swings through that 1-1 delivery. Makes it a 1-2 count. No outs, nobody on. Bottom of inning number 7. East Grand Forks trying to mount a comeback. Off-speed pitch swinging at that one is Van Epps. He is retired on the strikeout for out number 1. That brings to the plate Cole Schmiederberg. Schmiederberg is 0 for 1 on the afternoon. He's walked twice and grounded out to the shortstop. East Grand Forks just looking for Schmiederberg to get on base here. The powerful catcher Brody Anderson standing on deck. He has the ability to go yard. So let's see if Schmiederberg is able to get on base. So Anderson would be able to represent the tying run at the plate, and he has showcased the ability to go yard. The 1-0 delivery finds the outside corner. It's called the strike. That evens the count, 1 ball and 1 strike to Cole Schmiederberg, the first baseman for the Green Wave, going up against Camden Schreiber. Schreiber's curveball misses low and away. Makes it a 2-ball, 1 strike count. East Grand Forks trying to start a rally themselves in inning number 7. Looking at a fastball at the knees. That looked like it was right at the knees, but it's called the ball low. Makes the count 3 balls, 1 strike. And a chopper off the plate is played by Schreiber, and he defends his position well. A strong throw over to first base, caught by Dylan Anderson. That's a 1-3 putout for out number 2. And that brings to the plate Brody Anderson, the power-hitting catcher for East Grand Forks. He needs to get on base. East Grand Forks down to their final out, trailing DGF by a score of 8-6 on our All True Health System scoreboard. First pitch Anderson sees. He climbs the ladder and chases after a high fastball. No balls, one strike. Now the 0-1 delivery from Schreiber. A curveball that misses outside. Not chasing after that one is Anderson this time. That'll even the count. 1 ball, 1 strike. The 1-1 delivery. Another off-speed pitch that misses just outside. Maybe a tad low as well. Good patience there from Brody Anderson, the catcher for East Grand Forks. Now a 2-1 count. Working from the windup is Schreiber. A fastball that misses outside. Now a hitter's count in favor of Anderson. 3 balls, 1 strike, 2 outs, nobody on. East Grand Forks trailing by 2, down to their last out. The 3-1 delivery from Camden Schreiber is swung on and popped up on the infield. It's a high pop fly. Settling under this one is the third baseman, and this one is going to be caught by the shortstop instead. That's Kaysen-Berge, and that's going to do it. That is a final from Stouse Park. East Grand Forks loses a heartbreaker to Dilworth-Glyndon-Felton. Final score 8-6 on our All True Health System scoreboard. We're going to take a quick break here. A word from our sponsors. When we come back, we're going to give you the post-game report on KNOX Live Sports.
There's never been a better time of year than now to get that new Ford from Nelson Auto Center in Grand Forks. It's the model year closeout, and you can drive off in a new F-150 XLT and save up to $14,500 or choose low 2.9% financing for 60 months. Ford Escape, another great buy. Save up to $4,250 and get low 1.9% for 66 months. Hurry in for huge discounts and low financing during our model year closeout at Nelson Auto Center in Grand Forks.
Whether it's a golf course, your lawn, a pasture on your farm, cover crop, or even a food plot to help you get that big buck, Rivard's Turf and Forage of Grand Forks has developed, mixed, and packaged the premium specialized seed you need for almost every application. Plus, they also carry a full line of ice melter products for your home or business. To check out all their products, go to rivards.com.
It's hard to explain what this feels like. We could try to put it into words, but nothing compares to experiencing it for yourself. You just have to get in the seat.
Visit True North Equipment at any of our 10 locations or at www.truenorthequipment.com.
Signature Graphics in East Grand Forks is your one-stop shop for all your branding and design needs. From embroidery, vinyl wrapping, laser print, and more fully customized from start to finish, all in-house. Signature Graphics. We craft your vision. You watch it come to life.
Picture yourself at Lake Region State College. With faculty and staff here to help you succeed, we know you by name. Picture your success as you get hands-on ready for the workforce or transfer on to earn your bachelor's degree. Lake Region State College. We change lives.
As guys, we all love our trucks. That's why Toys for Trucks is your headquarters for all things truck. They carry an amazing selection of rims and tires, plus floor mats, tonneau covers, hitches, plows, and even Excalibur remote car starters for any car, truck, or SUV. And the best part? They can install everything for your truck right at their location. Stop out at Toys for Trucks in Grand Forks to customize your ride, or check them out at toysfortrucks.com.
When you think breakfast, you think Perkins Restaurant. Whether you keep it simple with a fresh-baked mammoth muffin and coffee or go all out and try the tremendous 12 breakfast, Perkins Restaurant is your breakfast place. Perkins Restaurant and a great breakfast make the perfect team.
Franson Bank and Trust in Grand Forks is a community bank that caters to businesses, farms, and consumers. They provide customized financial solutions with personalized customer service. Let Franson Bank give you the banking relationship you deserve. Real people, real results.
Pro Ag in Grand Forks and Grafton carries the equipment and parts on hand to make your farming operation run smooth. They carry all major brands like Honeybee, Alloway, Amity, Artex, Hardy, Capello, Monosem, Pickett, Wilrich, and Black Ace. So whether you're trading in, buying, or just need parts, go to ProAgEquip.com to see everything Pro Ag has to offer.
And welcome to our post-game show on the Rivard's Turf and Forage Grand Trailer Sales KNOX Live Sports Network. Final score, DGF mounts a comeback. They were trailing by a score of 6-2 going into inning number 7. They put up 6 in the 7th, and they win by a final score of 8-6. We are now in the post-game show that is brought to you by Lake Region State College. We change lives. It is also brought to you by Spray Advantage, everything you need for the chemical and fertilizer application on your farm. We're going to bring you through some awards that we're going to hand out. We're going to start off with our highlight of the game, brought to you by Proseed. Need seed, think Proseed, and this is going to be not what I was trying to load in. That is a hockey highlight from quite some time ago, but the highlight I was attempting to play was the home run hit by Alex Anderson to lead off inning number 3 for Dilworth-Glyndon-Felton. Anderson ended up going 2 for 4 on the day. He had a single in inning number 1 and a home run in inning number 3. That is our Proseed highlight of the game. Need seed, think Proseed. That will also double as our celebration of the game, brought to you by Balloons by Misty. The celebration does not begin until the balloons arrive, so as you're getting ready for graduation season, make sure to hit up the team over at Balloons by Misty, because once again, the celebration does not begin until the balloons arrive. Now we're going to continue to hand out some of our awards, and our next one is going to be our Finest Auto Trim cover of the game, what we thought was going to be the play of the game for East Grand Forks in the top of inning number 6, and this is going to be that attempted sacrifice squeeze when East Grand Forks was leading by only a run. It was a missed bunt in the dirt. Brody Anderson corrals it at his ankles, hops right back up and dives to home plate to tag out the runner attempting to steal home. So that is going to be our Finest Auto Trim cover of the game. Big or small, they will cover it all. They're going to be able to reupholster your favorite seat on your tractor, your favorite seat in the shop, whatever it may be, big or small. Finest Auto Trim will cover it all. And that is our cover of the game. Brody Anderson, at the time, we thought it was going to be the biggest play of the game to keep it a one-run baseball game in inning number 6, but DGF able to put up 6 runs in the 7th inning. They were trailing by a score of 6-2. They end up putting up 6 in the 7th. They end up winning the baseball game by a final score of 8-6. Just a disappointing result for East Grand Forks, Dustin Freeze and his squad, but they still have a very strong record to show. They moved to 9-2 on the season. The final award we're going to hand out today is going to be our PS Garage Doors Player of the Game. The PS stands for Pride in Service, brought to you by PS Garage Doors, and our Player of the Game is going to be Alex Anderson. Alex Anderson, the leadoff batter for Dilworth-Glyndon-Felton. He went 2 for 4 on the day with that single and the home run. That was our Proseed highlight of the game, leading off inning number 3. He walked in inning number 7. That brought home the tying run, his base on balls in the 7th for Dilworth-Glyndon-Felton, and that led to them putting up 6 once again in the 7th. So our PS Garage Doors Player of the Game is going to be Alex Anderson. That's going to do it for our broadcast here this afternoon from Stouss Park. East Grand Forks falls to DGF on our All True Health System scoreboard. Final score is 8-6. My name is Sam Jensen. Behind the camera today we had Luca Carpenter. From all of us at Leighton Media, we wish you a very safe and happy weekend. We'll see you next time.